Your heart.
Negro, I said, hold on.
I hit it right when you said, "Hold on." My bad. My bad.
It's too late. It's already on.
Oh,
Might as well black your shit off. I laughed at I remember the first time I finally figured out who made the music for John Wick. I died laughing.
oh man. You know what, man? John. I mean, well, might as well say this like pre-show to Arizona, but like, there's something to be said about how like John Wick has like turned into the Fast series in terms of like trying to get like actors into the John Wick series to keep continuing it and stuff. It's kind of strange a little bit
I
because
think I think
All
they
right.
wanted to
All
stop at
right.
the
I'm
second
ready.
one. I really did think they wanted to stop in the second one. The only reason why I say that, I want to say stop.
No,
I
they don't.
think
No, they
at
didn't.
the end of the second one, it's like, all right, bet. So we got a third movie to make, and we're done. And I guarantee you, what happened was when they got done with the second movie, it's gonna be 5 movies, isn't it?
and a TV series that's apparently coming out featuring
A
Ian
what?
McShane. There's a TV series structured around Ian McShane's character.
What makes sense?
Yeah.
What makes
Basically,
sense?
it
If you
seems like
wanna,
it's an anthology and stuff. But welcome everybody to the John Wick 2 podcast. We're back, second podcast of the year.
This man made it sound like we doing a whole podcast forever about John Wick. He called this
Yeah,
shit
so
the
we-
John Wick
we're
2
back on John
podcast.
Wick.
John Wick 2
15 weeks.
podcast, where we take all of 2022. We're going to talk about all the details of John Wick every
Yeah,
month,
today's
every day.
episode. Today's episode.
I
John
got you.
Wick.
No,
The
no.
cars in
No. I
John
got you.
Wick.
I got you. Like tune in next week where we talk about John Wick's suit and how you can get one tailored to be just like John Wick.
Ladies and gentlemen, come back next
Bulletproofing might not work, but
I swear to God, man.
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, come to the John Wick podcast. Next week, we'll talk about something that's very, very passionate to me and Eris. CGI blood. Oh, it needed to be in this one.
You know what? Real talk, real quick, though, before we continue.
necessary or comedy.
Necessary or comedy.
Gimmicky podcasts are funny when
Next,
they do.
next episode, the pencil. Can it actually do that?
Gimmicky podcasts are funny to me when the podcasts are structured around, yes, we're doing podcasts structured around Nick Cage movies. I'm like, he only got like 50 movies, right? So that's
Y'all
like
got
50
it.
episodes.
Y'all got
tops.
Yeah, real talk. You got 15 really strong episodes.
Good luck on the other
About
ones.
15 of them.
Better make them
Yeah.
count.
Better make you need
There you go.
Better
Man,
make
we
'em
doing
count.
Vampire's Kiss, man. Everybody like that. No, they don't. We just like the meme. No, nobody
Vampire-
likes that movie.
Vampire's
Nobody
Kiss- like,
really
van-
talks about that movie, dude. Stop.
Like no, the Vampire's Kiss. You like that shit?
It's somewhere.
Yeah, I want to talk about Matchstick Men. And here's me. Now we're talking about now we're talking about cinema.
and
Now we're
somewhere,
actually talking about cinema.
and somewhere in the slums of the UK, there's somebody that's like, I'm gonna make a T-Mac podcast. Good luck, sir. That's one movie.
Have
That's
fun.
that's
Have
one
fun
episode.
following this nigga's mediocre exploits of doing white belt punches in a mall. T-Mac, whatever that yellow nigga is. I say it for this. I'm only saying it for this reason. He should be a way bigger star than he is.
He should be on the
But-
chitlin second in a Tyler Perry movie, honestly.
What you say?
He should be in a Tyler Perry
He
show
should've been
or
in
something
a
right
couple of
now.
them.
Should be in a couple of
Maybe
them.
a couple of them. I should see him in the Equalizer. Out of nowhere, we should be looking at the Equalizer, and all of a sudden, yo, T-Mac.
T-Mac!
We should be having those moments. We don't. You know why?
So
Because he's a shitty actor. And apparently, and D cannot say this, I cannot back this up. Apparently, he's a shitty person too. So I don't know, can't say nothing. But nigga, you had the glow, and niggas are still hyped over that shit. And D's just saying, Mark Dacascos is better than you. So that's all.
Could have had your own Cobra Kai series, on YouTube, and the Last Dragon continuation.
nigga, Barry Gordy was not
you
going to throw
serious?
any more money at that shit.
No.
Barry Gordy,
YouTube.
look, the
YouTube.
Barry Gordy people wouldn't, but there is like 50-year-olds named Derek that are happy. Oh man, we need another one, y'all.
People forget.
I'm going to get a $10,000 for this GoFundMe.
People forget. Cobra Kai was on YouTube, and that
was
shit
on
was
YouTube,
very that first season, very YouTubey. Very
It was extremely YouTube.
Then they got to the second season. It was like, oh shit, they got a little bit of a budget. All right.
Production value. That's what that is.
That made me think though. The closest thing to a sequel that we got was really no more than a half-breed reboot, more like a requel. That's what it was. It was a requel, thanks to our good old boy Michael Trapson. That nigga combined Last Dragon and Captain EO, and let me just tell you something. That was one epic summer that I had. Thank you, Michael.
But
I just feel as though that we should be having a scene where we're like, oh shit, Tay-Max and John Wick. Yeah, he's gonna get drop kicked in the leg and get stabbed in the eye with a fucking butt of a gun.
But
know
he's there.
But he should be here. He's not.
But
look, Chris, I'm sorry, he's not. And all D has to hear from you motherfuckers is, remember that time he fought Show Enough? And
nigga, he could have been in the fucking Michael John White direct DVD movie.
Because they hyped up Tay-Mac over the moon so much, you devalued Show Enough.
No.
Despite what everybody thinks, you like, man, Tay-Mac, man, he got the glow. He got the glow. You are actually devaluing the villain so much. The only thing good about that movie, you are taking the piss out of it and you don't even know it.
Let me tell you something. Y'all really want Tay-Mac to be jumping out there and making surprise appearances like Ernie Reyes Jr. did in The Rundown.
Yes.
There
should be a scene. Look, there should have been a scene in, I don't know, Brothers, where Bill Burton is playing basketball and the dude that yanks him is Tay-Mac, like, yo, what you doing? What, you want to go? And everybody in the movie, they're like, oh, he gonna fuck him up. And they don't have a scene. We were like, man, what's faces in that movie? Bruce Leroy's in that movie. That shit was hot. We should be doing that.
Bruce Leroy should have been. Bruce Leroy could have been one of the brothers in the first Purge.
I got you, Chris.
Movie Brothers.
Hey, Chris. I got you. Tay-Mac should have been the one red ninja from The Hand.
Man,
that's unmasked.
He's just sitting there in Daredevil. Like,
why is there not? This is what I'm talking about. There is no rando episode of a show that I hated, but
Finn Jones should.
Enough niggas watch this show. Why is there not a random episode of Eric and Chris like? So you didn't see Shield last night, Dean? No, I never watched Shield. You should have. Why? Tay-Mac was there. That would have happened.
Actually,
I'm excited.
I'll take it a step further. Hey, Hasbro, get Tay-Mac in an episode of Power Rangers. Fuck it.
Please.
Fuck it. Put him in there.
Over his head. Put a mask over this nigga's head. Give him a job.
Just give him on like a 2-episode arc. He's like the brother of the Black Red Ranger or some shit.
Man, I got you. Hey, Chris.
How awesome would that be for Chris?
Chris, I got you. Chris, I got you. You don't give him an acting role. You give him a voiceover role in 2 episodes as one of the monsters of the day. That is the reality. The sad, sick, unfortunate reality of what would happen.
It's like Tay-Mac, you're the stunt. You're the stunt.
Not even stunt. No, he is doing nothing physical outside of voice acting.
No. See, Aaron,
he's voice acting the monster of the day. Done. That's all you're getting.
You know what, Eris? I'm with you that, but let's eject more piss out of this person. No. He does get physical. He's dubbed over.
I take it a step further.
Don't do that.
The crossover
we still do that on Saban.
The crossover that how is it that I thought of this and none of you blurs? I don't even use the word blurred ever, even though we go to blur con and stuff.
No. You make it blurred.
Blurs. How is it that we have not had a crossover with Walter Jones and Tay-Mac, and they both are at conventions a couple of times? How did that not happen? How did that not happen?
You want to bet? This is one of the most short dick wagging contest between both of these niggas. How much you want to bet? It is one of the most pathetic, I will never work with this person ever in my life type of argument. Where it's like, Walter, what are you doing?
Why y'all beefing? Why y'all beefing? What happened here?
Why is there even a beef? How did this start? And that's when we knew Shuku Levy was trying to hook up Tay-Mac, and it didn't work out the way it worked out. He never showed up.
First off, I don't know. Hold on. Who said this?
No, first of all, Tay-Mac and Shang-Chi too.
Oh, first off, Malcolm, you ain't shit for that. That's Malcolm that said that shit.
No, of course.
Malcolm,
you know
stop
Chris?
it.
I'm so sick of all your friends who love Marvel, love the MCU, just to say random shit.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
I know who you are.
No. Here's the thing, though. But guys, here's the thing. Feige is looking at that and he's like, "That's cool. Nah,
that's wonderful.
No, that's wonderful."
No, I think Feige's for it until day 3. I'm sorry, Tay-Mac did what? Oh God!
There's so many people.
Now, so it don't matter to me.
I feel there are so many people that Feige
looks at. Got the call.
Yeah. That Feige looks at that we've said, but he just never said anything. Like when we were talking about BP and stuff, BP2, and Lucas brought up that guy, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Feige looked at him and he might have got hired. He just ain't saying shit, so he's just letting everybody speculate or whatever and stuff. Just like
I got this feeling. I got this feeling that somebody. Hey, did y'all ever try to call Bruce Lee? Where I got a real feeling that Feige goes, what? But Jon Favreau. Okay, yeah, that was actually a thing. What happened was
because Jon Favreau.
I got that question. Yeah. So when we was filming Iron Man 2, right?
But circling back to John Wick 2, though.
Back to John Wick.
Here's the thing about John Wick 2. I feel that it avoids all the bad things that happen in sequels like this, because when you get to the end of John Wick 1, you never factored in there could be a sequel. It was very much a very one-off movie that gave you a world.
Yeah.
John Wick did his job, got his new dog at the end, and walked off into the night. And you're like, all right, cool. That's dope. He got his dog back. Everything's cool.
It's all right. It's literally a what if scenario of what happened at the end of Spike Spiegel's last night as a Red Dragon Syndicate member.
Yeah. So like they brought us into this world. They gave you the lowdown of what this world of assassins is in John Wick. They get gold coins as currency. They can't shoot inside the freaking continental hotels.
None of the continents.
And none of the continental hotels. They established this by old girl getting shot at the end. Like, oh yeah, you thought we forgot about you fucking shooting up the place? All right, bet. You're dead.
No, that was the best one. That freaking circle of death.
Oh yeah. She ain't getting
They
away.
put her in the circle of bullets.
You don't get to run away, bitch. Nah.
Because first of all, you're gonna kill John Wick's boy in his hotel room, and you think
attempt to kill. She didn't kill him. She attempted.
Dude,
no. Remember the Russian dude that Wick was trying to kill his son, cornered him at his home and killed him. Because remember, he took off his watch because he helped John get out the.
No. I'm talking about the black guy.
Oh yeah. My bad.
I'm talking about the black guy. That chick.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm referring to as circle of bullets.
Yeah. So it's like they did all the establishing, Ian McShane and Wick. We see they clearly have a camaraderie and stuff. They give you everything. So you're wondering
mutual understanding, if you will.
So when they show all the trailers for two, the trailers for 2 didn't give you much of what the story was about. We just know Common was in it. Wick is fighting some more assassins. Ruby Rose is playing a silent mute.
This is before Ruby Rose was known, and before Ruby Rose decided maybe I should talk.
No. Hold on, you messed up. I'm gonna go ahead and be that asshole for a second. This is Ruby Rose before she just decided. You know how we make her better? Cast her as Batwoman and have her talking.
No. See. This is.
Hey, aren't you like something with your genome? I'm non-binary. That push that for no fucking reason.
Here's the thing. I feel with Ruby Rose real quick. Hollywood does these things with certain actors and actresses where they find something they think there's an it factor for this
Look,
person. We
it's
saw him
always
with,
the look.
we
It's
seen
always
him,
the look.
we seen
It
it with
works
Sam.
the same way in
I talk it all the time with John Courtney. It's like Hollywood for some reason. This motherfucker gets in movies. I'm like, what the?
They were gunning for him.
Sam Worthington,
Everything.
another one right there. Even though
Yeah.
Avatar, he's been sitting on Avatar, so he's good.
And look, actually, you want to put it out there.
They would have got old boy from Spartacus had he not died.
Yeah,
actually,
he's
I think
another
y'all
one.
making it a little bit too wide off. Let's make it a little bit more centered. The second that motherfucker lost weight and they gave him a good enough shape up in his face, Chris Pratt was in everything.
Yeah, and
Like,
Ruby
oh,
Rose
yeah.
was. Ruby Rose is another one where it's like she was in Orange is when she was in Orange the New Black, and it was like, oh, this is a cute girl. All right, let's put her in some stuff. And she was in John Wick, and then she was in that Triple X movie that you and me saw, where it was like,
right there.
Triple X was her avenue, where it's like she looks like the '90s extreme, like I'm extreme, I'm bi, yeah. And
Hey,
I'm like,
I'm
in
extreme.
In other words,
what?
In other words, she was what your girl foreskin thinks she is.
Stop it. We are not going to talk about fork on the John Wick podcast. We will be saving. No. Listen.
Somebody that we're
listen, D. Listen to me. We will save that for our exciting. No, not even Bam. We're going to save that for the exciting podcast called The Tea That Burns.
Yes, we will. But like she was so. Here's the thing about Ruby. Certain actors, much like me and D talk about with wrestlers, there are certain wrestlers that aren't good at talking, but they're strong in other ways. I think me and you talk about that with the Hurt Business, where it's like, hey, I like Cedric. You know, we like what's his face? Shelton Benjamin. Where it's like, oh, those guys are great wrestlers. Promos.
No, these niggas can't talk.
Tonight it's about Shelton Benjamin.
So yeah, god damn it. So Ruby, like D said, when she's not talking, she was great in this movie. She's the mute. She's doing the sign language. It's like, all right, cool. And she's Deadly Assassin. It's like, all right, cool.
That is the one thing I do love that movies and television have been doing a lot more. You still see a lot more people doing sign language, and you're actually making people who are normally, they can't talk. You're making them seem like they're actually functioning people in the story. And the one thing I always love about every time you see somebody doing like straight up sign language, there's nobody going, huh? There's always somebody, he understands everything that person is doing and all the rest of that shit. You know what I'm saying? All this shit. No, D don't know how to do nothing.
I mean, her rolling into this movie with the 1998 Leon Kennedy haircut.
That's
her default haircut, sir. What are you talking about?
But also, it was a first for this movie.
I liked her tactical suit.
Her tactical suit being a literal suit. I also hold on. Did you guys also love what I think led this direction into her announcing her being non-binary when she decides to let go of the gun, and the camera just happens to be on her ass cheeks as she pulls out the knife.
I see what you're going for.
Did anybody else notice? that shot today? That scene aged like some wonderful eggnog from 2 years ago.
So we see all these characters in the trailers, and we don't know what the fuck the story is, right?
And that's what made the first one so good, was that it was just a regular revenge story.
We just know, it was a revenge for a dog, possibly. So
this one is like, what you gonna do? This one, they kept it just as simple.
So the answer. So they answered one.
And it goes by pretty quick.
It does, doesn't it?
So the movie answered a couple things. One, who helped John Wick get out the business? Oh, this guy. What's his face? Santino D'Antonio. He's the one that helped John Wick. And after Wick, well, we'll get into what happens at the beginning, but he's the one that helped John get out the business. And in any situations and stuff between assassins, markers are present. And he's like, hey, I helped you out. So you're my marker in case I need something from you.
I just love how he took the marker. It's like, just imagine this being the marker. Everybody does this. They take the marker, point, slide.
Yeah, you know what
They
this
do that little.
you know what this means. You know what this means, right? You know what this means, right? You gotta
It's
do
like,
this.
when you have to slowly slide that marker across a table
Man.
to
So
establish your
he pulled,
point.
yo, you saw John's face the second that nigga pulled out that buffalo nickel. He was like,
Fuck.
John took one look at that shit and said, "Ask somebody else.
But-
I'm not that guy anymore.
But the name of the game of
Don't
this
do this."
but the name of the name of the game in this movie, and John says it multiple times, consequences.
yeah,
Because the consequence of John getting back into the game for revenge in the first movie is, oh yeah, everything that you left behind is coming back to hit you.
I
tenfold.
love that this
No,
movie.
see, and this is something that does bug me when we see Santino, right? He visits John's house. John just got back from a night. It ain't even been
About 48 hours, maybe 36
no,
hours tops.
no, Chris, no,
14
Chris,
hours
Chris,
best.
no, 14 at best. But I'm talking about after a whole day. The nigga ain't been back home. All right, he ain't been back home since he brought that dog home.
Hold on,
okay,
hold on, rewind.
He ain't
Pause,
turned on the TV yet,
pause
bro.
real quick because I'm thinking. Okay, so pause. So after the whole thing, so when he talks to dude on the phone and he's breaking open the thing, he goes to the hotel. Yeah, you're right. It is about 16 hours tops at the best. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
but
He
still,
goes over to Peter. Goes over to Peter. Peter's drinking like a motherfucker. He's like, Boba Yeager's coming for his car. Like for his
Yeah,
car.
yeah, you're right.
He went
You're
back
right.
to go get his
You
car.
know
Okay?
what he did to that man with? Yes, I heard he did it
Yeah, I
with
heard
a
the story.
fucking bitch.
But continue,
who
sir.
who could do that? No, but here's the thing. After all of that shit, first of all,
He put in a 16-hour workday. That's what he
he
did,
did.
folks.
He put in a 16-hour workday. But check this out. You put in a 16-hour workday by killing off all of the Vigo's henchmen, right? You're only left with his brother. And at this point, I'm like, dude, I've officially ran out of bad guys. I have nobody to send. Shit. So that's the last we see of him in this movie. But anyway, he goes home. Santino visits this man. Again, he has not been in his house, not even an hour. Not even an hour. He gets the phone. I mean, he gets the visit. And he knew right away that when he showed up, dude, this really ain't the time.
I like how he was like, so your house is cut
he's
to
like,
shit,
you
bro.
have a wonderful house. You know, out of everything that John wanted to say, I'm pretty sure one of the things he wanted to say was, why are you here? Like, what are you here for? What is it? You better not be asking me what I think you're going to. I think you're going to ask. Do not do that.
As D said, he took out that buffalo, and this is where I'm like, John, you fucked up. This is where John fucked up because Santino basically tells him this is the overarching plot of the whole movie. Basically, Santino wants John to kill his sister so he can get a seat at the high table. The high table is a group of people that pretty much more or less controls the controlling interest of the assassins, and they more or less make a lot of money. Essentially, I'm pretty much the power, the money, and influence.
More or less in Metal Gear. In Metal Gear terms, Chris, they're the Patriots. Moving on.
Yeah. But moving on to the beginning, though. So John has to get his car back from Vigo's brother. And it's quite possibly the funniest shit because if you forget at the end of the first movie, like, oh shit, that's right, they still had his car.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they spend the whole beginning of the movie. He's getting his car, fucks up his car, by the way, but still drives that shit home.
I just like the fact that John proceeded to injure, kill, and maim a whole lot of people just to get upstairs. Just to get upstairs for him to pour a drink and go like, peace.
Dude,
peace, nigga.
But the fact
I do laugh at the irony because Mr. Moscow. No, Chris, please let me have my joke. Mr. Moscow over here pulls up the glass, laughs at him, and says, "Do you even does a man like you even know what peace is?"
Dude, I
hope that doesn't set up the whole movie.
I hope this doesn't set off a chain of sequels.
I love Peter Stormare, Swedish actor that can just pull off a Russian accent when you need him to pull off a fucking Russian.
Peter Stormare may be one of the best, and I'm not even joking.
Character actor.
He may be one of the best character actors that you get out there. I'm talking. He's up there with Vincent D'Onofrio and all the rest of these motherfuckers.
And Tony
just doing
Todd.
seamless.
Mm-hmm.
He's up there
You
with
know what I
Tony
mean?
Todd.
Tony Todd too, yes. Motherfucking our boy who was in the last movie, Willem Dafoe.
Mhm.
You get these, he's up there.
I do.
I laughed at the point because he's called this motherfucker the boogeyman. And the last time him and Keanu was in a movie together, he was Satan.
Yeah.
But what made me laugh.
Remember, we said it on that one that podcast. Peter Stormare found a way to be the greatest Satan. I mean, top 3 Satans in cinema history. He was only on screen for 8 minutes and just
the whole beginning of John Wick 2
It's
is
like
funny
how he was
because-
only in this scene for 8 minutes.
But it's the greatest 8 minutes ever because in between John driving, killing people, we cut to fucking Peter and old boy in the office talking about the legend of John Wick as they're drinking fucking vodka and shit the whole time. Like, yeah, he killed a guy with a pencil. I don't know how to fucking tell it to you, boss.
Like,
you
for
know
me, for me, I was like, boy, this is the second time I heard about that damn pencil story. Like, I really
and I remember
hope
saying to myself, I better see that nigga stab somebody.
That's what I said. I said, dude, I better see him do something with a pencil in this movie.
I remember leaning over to Angie going, he better stab somebody in the neck with a pencil. I remember saying that in that movie. You know the other thing that I like about the movie also, one other thing I did want to add about Peter, and we can go on from there. I owned the game, and I actually kind of liked the game until Dawn. It was okay and all that, but the shit that really did it for me was like in between the chapters, Peter Stormare would just show up, and he's like playing like a psychiatrist, and he is overacting, and it is lovely. Because he's doing a lot of shit. He's doing like a lot of lip smacking, and you just see the way he's moving and all. It's like this. I'm like this, nigga. I just need you. And that game was star studded. I'm dead serious.
Basically, D.
He was the star of that shit.
Basically, D. He was too good for that movie. I mean, for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever want it,
Remy Malek was in that game, bro.
I mean,
that game.
Everybody in that game was.
But still, D. That game was
awesome.
No. That game did not deserve him.
That game did not deserve him. Hey, D, how was the game? I said it was okay. Don't make me talk about it.
But here's my thing about Peter, though. This is what wows me out. Peter joins a list of actors that you would not expect in the movie. Not since fucking old boy that plays Ant-Man being in fucking Gen X Cops 2 and shit.
Oh, Paul Rudd.
Peter Stormare was in fucking Tai Chi Hero. It is the most random shit ever. I was like, what the fuck is Peter Stormare?
Random. Give me another movie that he was in that was just as random when you really look at it. Oh, Big Lebowski. And
I got one.
Big Lebowski was like, okay, yeah, he plays a Russian.
Nah, I got one more random. I got the random I have tops both of those. David Carradine at the end of True Legend.
But see, he
had no business being in that movie. Don't even try.
I got one better for you.
David Carradine is a martial artist, so it's kind of like, all right, fine.
I got one better for
Kung
you.
Fu.
Random. Let's keep it in that same wheelhouse. Western Django, motherfucking Quentin Tarantino showing up.
Whole ass fucking Japanese production fucking thing, top to bottom, and here comes this fucking white ass dude.
And I say this as a person that loves Tarantino. This colonizing of Asian culture, just gets to be in a movie.
Because he can.
Dude,
but I like the fact
he's in all of his movies.
Actually made him say, Django, like the old movies back in the day with Frank Nero, who's in John Wick 2. and that being said, Django, let me make something about black people killing a whole lot of white people. Then they'll love me again.
But you remember.
Look,
but
the blacks let
you
me
remember
again.
No, but Davey, you remember he's in all of his movies.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's in all of them. It doesn't matter what movie it is, he's in it.
But Suyaki West of Django, it was like, bruh, you were in here for more than 2 minutes. What the fuck are we doing here?
Don't worry about that.
Hey, did EK make that movie? EK didn't make that movie, did he?
I think he did do
I
Suyaki.
think
That
he
was the
did.
yeah, he did. I think he produced that. I think he produced that movie, but but so here's the thing. This is where John fucked up. He denies Santino, and Santino does what most people do. He did the Cam Newton. Okay, John.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. My man went in there
Enjoy,
and got
enjoy your retirement, John.
D's favorite gun in God, what game was that? I used to always get that motherfucker. Oh, in Metal Gear Solid, 4. I love that thing. The grenade launcher.
Woo! And I like how John
Especially in 4.
John gets out of that, walks with his dog back to the Continental, and the look on John's face is like, God, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have told him no. Huh.
Did
So, yeah, Winston was probably the he was right though to say what he said, because he says, John, listen, what did you think was going to happen? You really thought that you're going to get out, come out here, do all, like, create the message
Chaos.
you made, leave an entire bloodbath in your wake, and you thought you were just going to go right back into retirement like nobody was going to notice it?
Exactly. You do not come out here screaming, killing people. It's like all of that bullshit you did. Nigga, did you almost got killed in this hotel?
Also,
Yeah.
didn't you? No, hold on.
Really thought that
you,
Santino was going like, shit, man, I'll let that nigga chill.
Didn't you also say when you were cornered, everybody was asking me, am I back? And well, you know what? I have an answer. I believe I am back. You said
guess
that.
What? The fucking world heard you.
Yeah, you said that, John, and everybody heard you.
Now, what I like about this,
and I love the line from Winston. What did you think was going to happen?
Yo, as he's sitting up there drinking his whiskey, top of the morning,
I love it because, like I said, Ian McShane at his best, he doesn't call you John.
He calls you Jonathan.
Jonathan's your name.
With this morning newspaper and alcohol right there, just like,
oh man. You
John.
know that. Hey, look, that's more. Thank you, Chris. Thank you
the glasses.
That's more than bourbon too. So you know that thing got yes. That's the kind that is a little bit too strong, but you.
Now we made this.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Just pure Jonathan. What did you think was going to happen? You really thought this day would never come? I understand. It was over your car and the puppy. I understand that, John.
Did you have to say?
However,
you could just said dog, but nah, you had
no. Everybody, the first two movies, they always have to make sure you put emphasis on the word puppy.
Puppy.
Now, as I said earlier, Santino wants John to kill his sister so he can get a seat with the high table, aka the influencers, aka, as Eric says, the Patriots. And he has Aries, Ruby Rose's character, to basically watch him. Now, D made a very funny joke of like, you could watch John Wick and any person in the audience can see themselves as any of the characters in this world. And I admit it straight up, like, when we talked about 3, I'm the Michael Costa's character where he's the fanboy of John. Like, John, I swear to you, I love your stuff. I love all your material. It's just so great. It's awesome.
This is
phenomenal.
Now, stay where we at. I'm gonna tase you with this.
Now here's the thing. It's either between that or the guy that's hooking up John with the weapons, and he's all proper, like, oh, the Glock.
I love that.
Yes,
dude.
I love him.
I love
he
that
was
nigga.
awesome.
I can see myself as that guy.
Seems that you came back. Like,
no,
what about dessert?
Like dessert.
No, and I love it. When he says this word,
finest.
Cutlery. He doesn't say knives. He doesn't say pointy sticks. He doesn't say, shank, none of that. Cutlery. Like, ooh.
I credit, like, everybody credits Kingsman for everybody getting to the suit craze. Fuck Kingsman for a second. John Wick is what made me go into suits.
I agree.
Actually, me personally, it was actually Archer, because Archer said on it, he's like, why are you wearing a suit? It's not a suit. It's a tactical suit. All right, it's tactical. It means I can tumble in this. All right, it's tactical. And then he was wearing like a turtleneck one time, right? He's like, you're wearing a turtleneck. It's not a turtleneck. It's a tactical turtleneck. Okay.
It's like John Wick.
I have been. So I have actually seen those. If you ever actually see one of those tactical suits, it's amazing how much freedom there's, movement and everything. and it's still buttoned up and all the rest of that. It's amazing. I like that shit.
Like Kingsman, it's like they wear suits. It's more like the whole they look good, they're gentlemen, you know, that kind of stuff. John Wick, John Wick takes it a step further where it's like, yeah, we're gonna make you look good in suits, but we're gonna put some actual tactical stuff in there where he's like, yeah, so is it budging in there? Do you need room for your guns to kind of hide, you know, put your guns in there and stuff? Oh, we'll put some bulletproof vests in there, which this is the thing. I don't know if we talked about in the first movie, the suits themselves, okay. They're basically bulletproof vests and stuff, but they can't take knives and shit. Like it's on some, but they could take a shot to like, because at one point in this movie, he takes a shot to the fucking thing, and I think at most it cracks a rib, but he's like, fuck the hell.
Yeah. You like the type of shots that shit takes, it'll deflect, it'll bounce the bullets off, or it'll like absorb the bullet. You won't get shot. But it's hurt. But it's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, I heard with those. Yeah, I heard with those tactical suits. Oh yes, it's Kevlar. Ain't nothing gonna mess with that. John, pow pow. You feeling every bit of that?
Oh yeah, he took.
You're gonna get
bruised.
right here.
You're gonna get bruised and lumped up for sure.
That's gonna happen. But guess what? Don't happen to you. Death.
It's just everything about like when you see him armor up and stuff. You know, he's wearing the suit, and it's like
I like how he did it too. He was like, is it daytime or evening?
He has two suits.
No. He has two. He has two suits. He says, I need one for daytime and one for night.
One for night. Yeah, he did say that.
Is this a business encounter or social? Social.
I love that. Like that's where everybody starts slowly jerking off of this world of like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me this, that, all the other? Like you mean? They got this. They got somebody do that. They got niggas that can take care of your hotel room. The dog won't stay there. Lance Reddick's gonna take care of his dog. Shit is amazing.
No, what gets me is that when they talk about the weapons, look, I'm a fan of pistols and all that stuff. Call of Duty kind of made me a fan of combat shotguns because I was like, I didn't know. I'm all I know is just pump action shotguns, right? But like seeing like tactical shotguns, it's like, oh shit, I didn't know about these.
Combat shotguns are the shit.
Bruh. When John Wick looks at that combat shotgun, he's all like, I'm like, oh, he about to fuck some people up with this shit.
And it's amazing. It's amazing how video games have kind of ruined a lot of us when it comes to guns. Especially when it comes to rifles, I think we don't look at rifles the same. We only look at shotguns the same. I mean,
speak for yourself.
We look at those as the things.
Speak for yourself, nigga. I still look at rifles.
No. I mean, no. I said that wrong. Those are the things that we gravitate to because you want the AK, you want the M4, you want the hell, you even want the submachine guns and all that. Because these video games have made us think that firing rate is the shit that we go for and all the rest of that. You know, what's the quickest way to drop somebody in Call of Duty? Bop, 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 and all the rest of that. So we don't think about the sexiest shit in this whole movie. All of these pistols. Every single pistol in this movie can get fucked by me. Oh my goodness. Especially when he saw Lawrence Fishburne, he gave it that Beretta. He's like click, click, click. I'm like, whoa.
There's a reason why. I
do not like guns. I am not a gun advocate, but I'll look at them motherfuckers all day.
I got a point. I do have to point out one thing about this movie, by the way, and it was this movie's use of silencers. Now, I think you know where I'm going with this. See, there's a part in the scene, I'm jumping ahead here, where Common's character and John's character are walking parallel from each other and trying to take pot shots at each other from two different angles. Now, the whole time they're shooting each other, I'm just sitting back and I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, I know it's a movie. I know I'm supposed to take all reality, leave all that shit in disbelief, but no, that's not how silencers work.
Oh yeah, I wish a silencer sound like feet.
I mean, silencers, they do the job, but they definitely aren't like that. Like they're quiet, but they're quiet.
That was the most exaggerated silencer sound I've ever heard.
I mean,
I'm talking to somebody like, man, so how does it sound? I'm like, you ever hear a car with a turbo in it climb down? Vroom, clunk, 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 clunk. You ever hear that clunk? Like, yeah, That's kind of how it sounds.
You ever seen
Just louder.
Zero Dark 30 when they busted into Osama bin Laden's compound and stuff, and those people, use the silencers on their pistols, kind of like that. It was very realistic because you hear like you said, a loud clunk. So
Sort of
also
like
hold on. Also one more. D, our movie, when like when your boy John Nance gets in the back of the head at the end of Casino, and the additional shots when they're on the ground, clink, clink, clink.
I'm like, that was 1988. Silencing technology was nowhere close to that.
I mean, there's a reason why,
that's what I get it, and I get it because I think Call of Duty does it the best, because when you get a silencer on Call of Duty, all you hear is like flick, 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 and it sounds so cool. I get it. That's not how that works.
Now, you know, the one time it actually does sound pretty accurate, and it actually does the job. Play Resident Evil 2 Remake. Use the silencer on the submachine gun as Claire. You can shoot the zombie that's in the room, and if the liquor is in there, if you fire off a shot with the silencer, the liquor won't hear it.
Yeah. I mean, look.
I'm serious. They don't hear it.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why we're talking guns. There's a reason why, like, I gravitate towards. I'm actually rebuying it because my shit got lost. I don't know how. Probably got stolen. But in California, I actually had an airsoft Samurai Edge.
Are you gonna get the Albert model?
Nah, the Jill one like I had before.
Okay.
But like, I actually like those because those are based off of actual Beretta, except in Resident Evil, they're like customized to the specific characters in terms of what they do. Like Barry's Samurai Edge is more like a Magnum Samurai Edge. And like Jill's is kind of still like a Beretta basically and stuff. It's like all theirs are like all tailored to the characters and how they shoot and stuff.
I always thought Barry had a Colt Python.
He had a Colt Python, but his Samurai Edge gun was kind of like, it has more power compared to some of the other characters because his is like customized and all that stuff. So it's like when I see Wick using the Beretta, when he's like getting all the different guns and looking at it, I was like, this is like a fucking wet dream of like craziness and stuff. But my thing is this, guys, did you pick up off rip when Santino told Ares to look after him, that you knew Santino was going to betray John?
I already knew. Right? No. Here's me. I grab my stopwatch and I go, all right, and countdown to betrayal and go.
Actually, it started for me the second he took out that motherfucking grenade launcher. Boom. Kobe.
Because my thing was like, what was going to be the thing that was going to make him betray it? So John, he gets, while he's also getting the guns, he's getting maps and stuff from also other people too. And
this is the underground.
Just to find his sister. Hold on, wait, Chris. You mean that part was what led you to believe that he was going to betray it?
When he told Ares to follow him.
No, hold on. When he told him to follow, that was what led you to do it. You sure it wasn't him pulling out the grenade launcher and pretending that he's our boy Volgan saying, "Remember the Alamo."
No, because in my head, I was thinking, okay.
Real quick, Ares. Why would a Russian motherfucker say that?
I don't know.
Even if he did have knowledge of why we fought the Mexicans, why would he say that?
We have established that Kojima has established that clearly Metal Gear Solid is an alternate universe.
No, Kojima made that very painfully clear, and Agnes, his writer his translator in the first 3 games said this. Oh, Hideo don't know how to write. That's why.
I mean, think about it. Look at Metal Gear Solid 5. How is it that the Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid?
I love Hideo Sama. He's terrible. He is not a good actor. He's not a good writer.
How is it that the Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid 5 is more advanced than the Metal Gear Rex and Metal Gear Solid 1?
Because
that's all I'm saying.
Because Chris, it's 1984.
Will you just let?
I know, Bob. You see what I'm saying? That's why it goes into. Of course, Volgan knows about the Alamo. Of course he does.
But apparently he knew about the Alamo in 1964 as opposed to 1984 when he's considered dead. But we do get the plans. We get the plans.
That's all I gotta say, y'all.
No, but my thing was what I thought Santino was gonna do was I thought there was gonna be more so after John killed his sister, the high table was going to go after John instead of Santino putting the fucking bounty on his head and doing all the bullshit that he did, the petty bullshit that he does.
Well, you
That's
see,
what I
that's
thought
where
was gonna happen.
that's where Santino messed up.
Yeah, that's what I thought was
I'm
going to
like,
happen.
at this point, I'm like, bro, I have a seat at the high table. I can go over here and handle John instead of just simply putting out a bounty and just giving John the afternoon.
That was the mistake of Santino. That's what pissed me off.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You could have just went over here to handle John, but instead you decided to go down here and give John literally bodies to play
And
with.
he
Right
And
now.
that's the thing that got me, because even Winston was looking at all of Santino like, you do realize that you have the boogeyman working for you, and you're going to try to betray him.
It's one thing. It's one
You
thing.
do realize that you are literally kicking a hornet's nest, right?
Hey, D. It's one thing to have the Baba Yaga owe you a favor.
Exactly.
It's another. It's a whole other thing to piss off the Baba Yaga
My man.
after the favor has been repaid.
But
Why
man,
would you
but
do
here's the
such a
thing.
thing,
You
though?
knew something was up when John, again, he's doing it to cover his tracks, but it's kind of like John kind of does that stuff as like a kind of like as a backup plan. He's laying out all his weapons in the catacombs as he's going to his sisters, and I'm like, oh, John knows some fuckery could happen. Let's go ahead and put this shotgun here, put some extra ammo here. All right, let's go.
I
Let's
like how you
also-
said he knew some
and let's also
fuckeries was going down.
And
Thank
let's
you.
also consider this other option. John already has a bad feeling about doing this in the first place. You
Yes,
want me
he
to kill
does.
as soon as he said, I want you to kill my sister. John.
And she died.
No. Chris. Hold on. Let me do my thing. Why? Just simply that right there. As soon as he asked why.
Sir, you got to do it like Q. Oh, why?
No. I can't. No, Q is not applicable to this. Like I have to do. You have to do the
Yes.
John. You have to do the John way, which is simply crick your head to the side. Why?
Sir, that was Keanu in all of Matrix Resurrection.
It is. Yes, it was. But when he asked him that question, I felt the same way. I'm like, you know what? You're gonna force me to do this. I still don't want to do it. And why I got a feeling that once I go off to go do this this job so I can repay the favor, that you're gonna betray me. Better yet, why do I got a feeling I'm gonna get explained the reason why I shouldn't be doing this by the person I'm sent to kill?
Because Eric,
he
you played a Hitman game before. You know exactly where this is going.
Dude, when he goes in to kill his sister, and his sister decides,
Which,
hey, you know,
by the way, in D's opinion, slipped right in. Nobody even noticed it. Nobody noticed it. Slipped right the fuck in.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean,
when he gets
Fucking
in the
ghost,
room,
nigga.
when he gets in the room, and she sees him,
she already knows what's up.
she knows what's up, and she's like, "Who sent you on this mission, John?"
Oh, my brother.
Your brother did.
Of course. he did.
Really? Of course he did. Okay, I got
Now,
you.
I get
Hold
where
on.
Annalena was coming
Like, hold
Okay.
on. I get you. All right, let me go ahead and undress. Let me just go ahead and undress, get sexy real quick. No, for everybody in the audience, you ain't gonna see shit.
Gotta make it classy. Gotta make
I
it
just
classy.
got one question. Who you doing this for? Who you doing this for again?
I ain't gonna lie. That had to been by far the smoothest, sexiest way that you can just open up your veins like that and act like you don't feel pain. But then again, you are a member of the high table, therefore
You stopped feeling pain when you were
you stopped
10
feeling pain a long
My
time.
thing was
when you were
this.
10 when you were forced to shoot somebody.
The fact that John, instead of letting her kill herself, was like, all right, I put 2 in you.
You know why? You know why? That was 2 things. Number one, why not? You're probably going to be suffering like this for a while. Might as well shoot you. And number 2, just a personal thing. This is coming from a married man too. I hope she was worth it. That's my fucking wife, bitch. Yes, it was.
You know what got me? You know what got me about her
No,
slitting
no.
her wrist?
The two-
Oh, go ahead.
The two shots to the dome. Consider that a professional courtesy.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
The thing
That was me being nice.
the thing about her slitting her wrist, it just reminded me of that scene from Invisible Man when old girl was about to slit her wrist with that pin, and an invisible dude was like, "Oh nah, bitch, you ain't about to fucking kill that." No.
Ladies and gentlemen, next month we get to talk about that movie.
That
and
movie
all of
surprised
its
that
glory.
movie surprised me in ways I did not think it would. I was like,
That movie.
oh,
Do you know it's very rare that Eris Waterman calls me and like, hey D, we went to see movie. What movie? Invisible Man. How was it? It's very rare that Eris tells me that D, 10 out of 10. Perfection. That is how you do it. You're gonna like it. I ain't telling you shit. You're gonna like it. Nigga, I was 15 minutes in, so let me get this straight.
No, D, were you like me? As soon as homegirl took the white paint and threw it over you.
Boy, it was so awesome. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it next month. Anyway.
all I know is I looked at fucking fucking what the fuck is that studio? Bloomhouse, and I was like, Bloomhouse, you sons of bitches, you did it
Sons
again.
of bitches. I loved it because as he's going out, we hearing the music thumping. That's my boy, La Castlevania. And this is a fun fact for D. I always seen him have bleach blonde hair. Nigga like, he's some Finnish dude. I'm wearing with it. This nigga from Atlanta. What?
Now here's the funniest part. Here's the funniest part ever, because I
could have swore he was like English. No,
I've had the equivalent of that happen where you see somebody in an unexpected place and y'all both stare at each other and shit. Where you're like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Are you working?
Boy,
you working today? Yes.
Yeah. Are you working today?
Yeah. Did you have a good evening? Consider it. Yes.
Now, here's the funny part. The person that John is talking in particular is Common, who, I want to be real, I feel
this. I like to call him ta ticka ta ticka ticka ta. Go ahead, Chris.
I feel Common. This is his makeup role from Smoking Aces, because in Smoking Aces he didn't do shit.
He didn't do shit in Smoking Aces.
No. Oh, you say that was.
This was his makeup from Smoking Aces.
No, you say this was his makeup from Smoking Aces. To me, this was, hey, we saw you in this movie called Terminator Salvation. Let's give you something to do.
You know what? I will give this to Common, because Common been trying to. He's been trying to find his way into Hollywood for a while. Yada yada yada. So everybody has seen Common in this movie. He's like, nigga, this a long way from you trying to fuck Queen Latifah in that other movie. Which, by the way,
Just Right.
Yeah, Just Right. Which, by the way, I didn't know. It's actually technically a Negro classic. Seriously.
Well, let's be real.
Love that movie.
Common is man number 2 that's trying to get at fucking Queen Latifah, because man number 1 was our own LL Cool J.
And I like it that Queen Latifah didn't want neither of these niggas. I ain't saying that neither are fine. Really, Queen? Yeah, you really are a lesbian. Anyway, but I will say this. Is one thing I just got to bring up. It's just very common. Very
no pun intended.
Let's put it this way. I think that is amazing to see where Common was at in 1998 and to see him now, because I think Common in 1998 will see himself now and go, I'm sorry, white bitches? Like that is what throws me off about Common. So
because it's like Common is never.
That's all.
Common has never.
He didn't sell out. Yeah, it kind of did.
But it's weird to me, because like Common in movies, he never annoys me in movies. It's like sometimes, like I think Smoking Aces was where I was kind of sitting back like, so Common, what are you doing in this movie? Alicia Keys, what are you doing in this movie? Oh, we're trying to Taraji fit in that movie, but Alicia Keys, I'm like, why are you in this movie?
Because
Alicia?
white people really wanted her to work. They really wanted her to be the next something. You know what I mean?
But Common in this movie, I love it because it's like there are certain black actors, and I understand why that there's this like void that we're missing of seeing black action heroes. Whereas like Common was actually pretty good in this movie. Like him and Wick like fighting it out in this movie. It's like, oh, okay. This works.
Again, what I have learned from this movie and watching the latest Matrix movie, it matters who's doing the choreography. So even if you are kind of a bad actor or at least middle of the road, the fights ain't going to be good as long as you stay on time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I think everybody that's seen this movie that know Common, you give it up like, hey nigga, you showed up for this.
And as tongue in cheek and ridiculous this movie was, the first Purge, that black dude that went all fucking John McClane at the end against all them Nazis, I was like, that choreography wasn't that bad, man.
It was
Exactly.
good.
It's
In
like
fact, you watched it. No, hey Chris, you were like me. You watched that scene and go, nigga, I need more of this.
Thank you. I was like, that guy ain't bad. And this is the dude from Insecure, and he's doing action. All right.
Sorry.
And he survived.
Fraggle
Hold up. And he survived the night.
So Fraggle Rock had a a short series, Fraggle Rock Rock On.
Yep.
And Common was on there as himself.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
But anyways, just
What
that
can I
stare.
say?
But
I love Jim Henson's Muppets.
I gotta say, man, these fucking puppets is really good though.
I had that moment with John and fucking old boy staring at each other. I had that moment when I was in Cali where I was at an arcade at NCR. Co-worker of mine was with his family and saw me in there playing the fighting game tournament. And we had that stare like, "What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up? This your scene? Yeah. So that's your family?
Imagine Chris on there. Yeah.
That's your family? Yeah. Having fun? Yeah. All right, then. See you on Monday.
I'll see you on Monday.
What you thought was gonna be, D? What you thought was gonna happen, D? That La Casa Vanya starts blasting and y'all start fighting each other.
Dude,
I
cash
had
in.
I had that
Everything
I had
that
a
white
moment.
boy touch, everything that white boy touches when it comes to fight music is fight music. Yeah,
Hey, CJ,
I love him. He's one of my favorite EDM guys, man.
Hey CJ, I had a very similar moment, just like yours, but this was at a car meet.
So you trying to go?
I'm like,
No.
I'm not even gonna
No.
make fun of you for this one, Eris. You got it. I'm not making fun of you on this one.
I'm like,
Hold it back.
I'm just sitting back, like, no. I'm looking at everybody's cars, and a lot of people's cars. Them shits is like, all right, these are definitely buckets that y'all are trying to customize and just throw a whole bunch of rent.
I
Like,
thought
listen,
I thought he was at the Miata one. Where's that one?
No.
White boy. Yeah.
No,
I put a whole new muffler on. I'm ready to go.
No. See, you are grossly misrepresenting what a lot of Miata scenes look like.
I'm just saying
in
that
this area.
one guy.
It's not even that one guy. They don't exist.
Thank God. So let me guess. You got the other one. Yeah, I'm an investment banker. I really don't like this car.
No, those are the guys. Those are the guys that push Mercedes and Beamers and Porsches and
Those are the
and the
gloves
like.
that I had on.
Yeah, the driver's gloves. I know.
You got driver's gloves. Go home. Just go home.
No, a lot of the
You are not Sir Frank Williams, who just died, sir. No, you're not. Stop.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. First of all, it wasn't even at a regular Miata meet. This was one of these car meets out in Virginia, where
Northern Virginia, sir.
Spit out,
in North, like yes, that one. That one in particular.
Was it actually at that one?
It was at that one. It was at that one. Somebody I
hope the asshole spit out and crashed into the curb.
I'm sitting
1964.
No, but anyways, I'm sitting next. I'm just sitting by my car. I was just talking with some of my other friends that were there, and then I just have out the corner of my eye, I caught one of my other friends who didn't know I was going to be at this event. He sees me. He's like, "Yo, Harris." I'm like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "You go to these things?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sometimes, given the occasion, nice day, nice weather, I might be here." He points at my car and he goes, "This you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm standing next to it." It's like, "All right, well, I'll catch you later, man." I'm like, "All right, peace, nigga." It's so weird. I'm like, just because I don't talk about me going to car events at work.
Dude, that whole stare down with Cashy to John was just fucking hilarious because immediately Cashy had put two and two together. Like, hold up, where the fuck does this motherfucker walk from? Oh shit. And they just both shot at each other, and I was like, that is great.
The fact that they shot at each other to test the tactical suits. I'm pretty sure after both of them took the hit, they were like, "Oh shit, this really does work, but damn it, it hurts."
And it's at this point that Santino basically tries to cover his tracks, because what Santino does is he betrays John, and Santino tries to paint it as he's taking revenge for his sister getting killed, even though he's the one that killed his sister in the first place.
It was such bitch assness.
It was like,
from him.
You didn't have to do that?
Like, dude, you are now at the high table. You don't necessarily need to cover your tracks.
Now I can only assume he did that and the high table didn't know, kind of thing.
But even still, do you really think that the punishment for that sort of thing would even be severe for a high table member? I know that high table members deal out way more severe punishment as opposed to just being excommunicated, as Winston had said earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
But if somebody was to do something like this as a member of the high table, would the punishment even be that severe? Like, did it interfere with actual business? It would be like a
don't do it again.
I really do think that if he was found out about it, especially by the high table, slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot conduct business for a month or some shit.
Like, I feel
probationary status.
But it also really puts it in perspective how much of a grunt John Wick was in that whole situation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He was just a straight up pawn.
The whole sequence of him taking. Look, I would hate to be a fucking grunt that has to go after John in those catacombs. That motherfucker was murking them dudes.
And I was telling myself, would you rather die at the catacombs, or you being that fat sumo nigga that got shot in the neck 50 times? Which one would you rather be?
Woo! That's a pretty.
And I thought to myself,
that's a rough. Hold on.
That's why I want to be.
Well, hold on, D. Hey, you got to ask yourself a better question. What's the last thing you want to see? A mute Ruby Rose or fat sumo dude that you got to shoot in the neck at least 5 times?
I mean, look. There are a lot.
I wish I actually counted how many times he shot homeboy. I really wish I did.
There are a lot of things in movies that I just laugh at with gunshots and stuff. To this day, even though it was a different type of gun, The Rock eating a beanbag shotgun in Fast 7 ranks up there as the funniest shit ever.
The beanbag shot.
My man took a shotgun and was like, God. I'm like,
things I haven't seen in my life.
Actually, Chris, it's funny you mentioned the beanbag one. You know, one that's just as entertaining in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The bride in Kill Bill 2 getting a shotgun blast full of rock salt.
See, rock salt's hurt. Beanbags, it stings, and you're like, shit. Rock salt, that's like you take it to the chest.
Yeah, she took it to the chest, and I gotta be your boy, Mr. Chow. But did you die?
Exactly.
But I just had to do that.
Like, look,
she lived. Yes, it hurt like a bitch, but she lived.
The men in the catacombs, the way John, it's one thing to take a shotgun to the chest, did. One of them dudes took a shotgun to the leg, then the chest. And I'm like, the nigga can't walk anymore. Why are you shooting him in the chest? Like, he's done. What are we doing?
Hey, you know what?
Because Chris, it's called double tapping.
Nah, who gets it worse is the motherfucker that gets shot and gotta wait for John to reload, then click it and shoot a one more time.
Oh, it's worse than 3.
They got it the worst.
It's worse. It's worse than 3 with him and Halle Berry and them fucking dogs and shit, where the guy gets shot in the leg and she's like, "All right, dog, bite him." I'm like, he's already shot 5 times. What the fuck is this?
No, Chris, it's actually better when in 3 when John and the other 2 guys that were trying to kill him, all 3 of them ran out of ammo, and so it was a race to see who could reload the fastest, and he shot both of them at once.
When I tell you the audience and me, we all laughed our ass off to that scene. It was like, so are they gonna stab each other? Nah. Like, what?
Click, click.
Nah, but the catacombs, it's like the tactical shotguns, the tactical reloads and stuff. Like, he's and this is what I love is how he doesn't. In video games, we as fans, we play Call of Duty. Notice a lot of us, we stick to a gun. We stick to a gun. John alternates. He'll alternate between a pistol and then be like, all right. And it's like he alternates between the weapons and stuff.
Well, you can clearly see that he took his role from the Matrix and carried it over into this movie, because he did that in the lobby scene from Matrix 1.
Yeah.
He was alternating guns left and right, even guns that didn't even run out of ammo. He's like, done with this one. Time to pick up another one. It was like a video game.
But I'm like alternating in terms of he already had ammo in the pistol, but he'll fucking pocket the pistol for a minute, use a shotgun, and be like, all right.
Yeah, but that's what I meant.
It's called ration. It's called rational. It's called rationing. You know,
but it's like, why reload when I could just pick up another weapon?
But I'm laughing even more. He gets out the catacombs and Cashy comes in hot with the car and fucking hits John and shit, and they both just fighting out to a point to where they roll inside the Continental, and Winston was like, "Hey, motherfucker!" No, not Winston.
It wasn't Winston.
Django dude
Yeah,
was all like, "Whoa,
Frank Nero.
Frank Nero was like, "Whoa, motherfuckers, this is the Continental. What the hell are you doing?"
Speaking of which, Frank Nero had one of the best lines in the movie. John, I just have one question.
Are you here to kill?
Are you here to kill the Pope?
No. It's the most random.
Cool.
I would no. If I was John,
my house is your house. You know how it is, bro.
If I was John, and he asked me that question, I would have just fucked with him and said, you know,
nah.
No. Wait, hold on. I would have just said, you know, not this time.
When he said the Pope, though, I was like, God damn.
Hey, no. Because the reason I say that, and here's the funny thing: as much as I don't like the Pope, I don't give a fuck about the Pope and all that. I do respect the gangster of his security. Oh, the Pope's security is on some shit that like this. What kills me? Yes, if America invaded the Vatican, we'll win. But those
gonna work for that
hours,
they're gonna work.
Sir, it's gonna be like the end of John Wick 3.
Yeah, it's the end of John Wick 3.
That's all it's gonna be.
Yes.
Why do I find out the Vatican has their own John Wick defending it?
Boy, I think they got 6 of them just roaming the halls.
It's like we're sitting the Navy. We're gonna be sitting the Navy SEALs in, and all of a sudden one Navy SEAL survives, and it's like, yeah, I couldn't make it, dog.
Man, look, man, I just shot. I just shot and just kept. I shot once. I couldn't stop.
Hey, Chris, they're all getting murked to Chopin.
Man, look. One Navy SEAL pulls a Charlie Sheen from Platoon where that old boy fucking stabbed his leg because he was getting the fuck out of Vietnam. Like, nah, nigga, I ain't staying in Vietnam. And he purposely stabbed his leg so he can get the fuck out of here. I was like, you know what, man?
I thought it was one where you see like it's like 5 niggas in a row. They all get like murked out, and you just like.
Nah. I don't know if y'all seen Platoon, but like,
I've seen Platoon.
But that part to me was always wow. That old boy was like, fuck this shit, and just stabbed his own leg so he can get the fuck out of Vietnam. And he just looks at Charlie Sheen, and Sheen saw him do it and then didn't say nothing. He was like, no, I understand. I totally understand.
My father-in-law, God rest his nigga soul, when he went to Vietnam, he heard that he saw this. Some dude was panicking and said, no, I'm going right the fuck home. He runs into traffic, gets hit by a car, broke his legs, everything. His ass stayed in Vietnam.
Wow, they made his ass fucking recover. Your ass going out the
I'm
field.
sorry, what'd you do? Nah, dog. You stay right
ain't good enough. Ain't good enough.
Giving you a gun and you gonna be pushing papers. Nah.
Might not be in the field, but you're gonna be here.
Discharged. I am too. Discharge your ass right on that field. Fighting one of the Viet Cong. Shit.
I mean, so
I think it's really funny though that, like I said, the second John gets out there, he's fighting for his fucking life. Finally makes it back to the Continental. I like it.
This is the Continental business. Business will not be carried out here on Continental grounds. Now, I suggest that you two go to the bar and calm yourselves.
And I just like it because both of these niggas, they know it's a job at this point, but they kind of like each other. So I love it because the look of comms are like, yeah, nigga, I'm mad. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's mad at. Now, of course, he's mad at him for killing like Santito's sister, right?
My ward.
Yeah, my ward.
I'll be honest with you. This is where my loyalty as an assassin would leave. I'm sorry, you killed my ward. Who's my next person? That's how I would
No,
feel,
see,
nigga. I'm just
right. Well, no, when he said that,
That bitch ain't paid me like that.
when he tells him that you killed my ward, right? And John says, "Well, you have to understand, it was her brother that sent me to kill her, and I had no choice. I owed a marker. I didn't want to do the shit, but here we are." And of course, Common sitting back like, you know what? I understand. I'm willing to let the whole thing go.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. He let it go.
No, did it? Common?
Dude, they didn't see each other after that.
No, they did.
No, I'm talking until later. Because remember, he wasn't. Remember,
yeah, I know what you meant. I know what
that's
you
what I'm
meant.
saying. He was willing to let the whole thing go until Santino put that bounty on his head, and that shit went out to everybody.
Yeah,
so at that point,
I forgot about that. You got me on that. You got me on that.
And then at that point, that's when Common, as soon as Common got the text message, he's like, "Damn, I used to love her. It's back on."
Bro, did y'all talk about fucking Cassian and John having a drink and they just
that's part of
we just got done with
scenery chewing conversation
the whole time. Yeah.
Scenery chewing conversation.
Or what I like to call what would happen if all arguments and fights and John Wick ended up somehow landing in the Continental and they just have a moment to talk.
I mean, but the fact is,
imagine if that happened to every Shiva Streets of Rage level boss character where they're sent to kill John because of some misunderstanding or whatever the case may be. They sit down and have a drink because they know they can't kill each other in the Continental. And then they come to find out, oh, damn, that's what it was? But it was like that? Shit, I understand. Like, okay, I understand. You know what? Hey, you know what? You go your way, I'll go my way. Be seeing you, peace, my brother. And that's it.
But my thing was, like, even though John told
and he did say that, and he did remember at the end there, call it professional courtesy and just got it and left.
And he also did, and he also said, this was just business. You know that.
Yeah.
See, the movie would have ended right here, but nah, man. Santino decides, $7 million contract. Let's go. I'm like,
here's my best thing. John, pick up the phone. Hello? John, you got to understand. It is my sister that died. And hello?
Just
he mad.
No, but that was my thing. It's like, Santino really thought that John was stupid and was trying to play the whole, my sister died. I'm like, bro, you told him to kill your sister. Who are you fooling? Like,
if this was anyone else, you have to understand that my hands are tied here. And I could only do so much. Hello?
Hello?
This is exactly what he said. I don't think he's gonna show up.
What I loved about that shot. Hey guys, what I loved about that shot was that the movie studios love that shit. They love doing that shit so much at John Wick that they did it again in part 3. Except this time it was Ian McShane that did it. When the adjudicator was like, "I understand that you think that you can keep this up, but I wonder how long can you." Just hung up the phone.
That adjudicator, aka the Karen of the assassin world. But you know what?
I cannot call
assassin world.
No. I'm actually agreeing with you, sir. As annoying as she was, I do appreciate that she had a reason to be thorough at her job. I don't agree with it, but I get it. I totally get it.
Listen, Chris, you and I both work. We both deal with shit with the government. Anytime an adjudicator comes in the question for anything, especially depending on who the adjudicator is, these motherfuckers can be up here with their thoroughness. They can be somewhere right here in the middle with their thoroughness. It depends. With her, she's way up there.
I just find
because she questioned everything and everybody that had anything to do with the second movie.
I just find it ridiculous. John gets back to New York. Now, if you've been in New York, it's a lot of people there. You put a $70 million bounty on his head as soon as he steps foot in the state of New York.
And nobody else noticed.
And everybody, as soon as he's getting out there to get on their phone, they're like, where's John at?
Yep.
And he's getting attacked from all ends. A violinist, that's a street violinist, tries to fucking attack him, and he takes her out and
I
shit.
feel bad for the street violinist. Look, I remember
that was a simple neck snap.
I was in the movie theater where somebody was like, but she a girl, and she
don't matter.
It don't matter. You just hold on. No, for anyone who says that,
she was doing fine. sitting here doing Chopin and shit. He was fine doing that.
D. She was fine doing that shit. Whoever said that, but she a girl. Here's me. Hey, the moment she decided to turn that violin into a fucking weapon, she chose violence.
She chose it.
Got taken out by a fucking pencil. That's what she got taken out.
I mean, my man.
She did not get taken out with the
No, the other dude. My bad. The other
Remember,
dude.
she got the simple.
He took out 2 niggas with
No. First of all, she gets hit with the cobra clutch into a neck snap.
Now, bear in mind, too, I still laugh that as this is happening, before that, Ian McShane just looks at Santina like, yeah, you done fucked up, right? You know what's going to happen, right?
So you do know that John warned you. He warned you.
It's like, what's the worst that could happen?
It's like, I don't think, listen, I put a $7 million bounty on his head.
Somebody's bound to kill him.
Someone's bound to kill him. You really think that, huh?
I really feel that fucking...
When he said, Winston, I believe that he would never be here, and Winston just goes, do you now?
I feel Winston and Sharon had a side bet going on, like how much you bet John gonna fucking kill his ass. Sharon looking at Winston like, I ain't taking that back. You lost your damn mind on that.
This is exactly why, as going back to what you said earlier, CJ, where we can pinpoint who we are in this movie. My two in this movie are freaking Sharon and the Bowery King.
Real quick, on your I had to put this out here because I was thinking about it. Your boy, the fat guy, is actually a sumo wrestler. In fact, one of the best sumo wrestler ever lived. He is Ryuichi Yamamoto. Ryuichi Yamamoto is going to go. He is actually going down as not only one of the most decorated sumo wrestlers of all time, but he is actually going down right now as the heaviest Japanese man in the world. On top of that, too.
Given his size, I believe so.
This motherfucker is a whopping, well, at least what he's rating as right now, 600 pounds.
Dude, my nigga.
600 pounds. The motherfucker has been retired since 2011. And Eris knows this. He's a sumo wrestler. He's never not going to have no money.
Dude. All I'm saying is this.
He ain't never not going, because I was telling this to Angie, they got the weirdest trajectory with their careers after they retire, because all these niggas do is like they show up in like different places around the world.
Dude, let me tell you something.
It's just weird.
No, D, let me tell you something, because I've actually experienced this shit. Back when I lived in Nagoya, there was like 1 or 2 sumo wrestlers that showed up, got off the train at Nagoya Station. It was pandemonium. There was a shitload of people that was just trying to rush to where these dudes was walking from. I couldn't even see who they were. All I know is I just saw a shitload of people, and I asked somebody. I was like, what's going on? And they looked over and they realized, oh, it's such and such and such and such. They're sumo wrestlers. I was like, damn, sumo wrestlers really do be getting that kind of play out here. Okay.
And look, that shit threw me off because I actually studied up on it probably about a year before you even went out there. So for whatever reason, I was just looking it up. Yeah, it is weird. Just weird, because they're on the same level as especially if they're retired. They're on the same level as a dude as Lawrence Taylor. He retired from football.
I just find it.
Like, do you want a car dealership for no fucking reason? Because we'll give it to you. First off, my wrestlers like, where do you live at? Well, I did 2 movies in South Korea. I'm featuring on a television show in Singapore. It's like, it's just the weirdest trajectory to me, man. But whatever.
That suit thread count for that sumo wrestler though. That's a lot.
Oh my!
That
God.
Is bro. If you
were actually, let me put it out there. That suit he was wearing was bad as fuck too.
It was a bad suit. That was like, he definitely got that from the big and tall section.
I'm sorry. You mean wide and wider section?
Wide and wider.
Motherfucker.
No. He got them pants tailor made from Honda.
my man went to fucking.
Yeah, man, we put these on the pilots, man. So I'm gonna see if that can fit you. All right, give him the ridgeline ones, man. my man went to fucking Casual Male XL and got them fucking suits. Shut up, Chris.
No, but the fact that Josh shot all them bullets and then finally decided, oh shit, shoot him in the head.
Dude, first of all, let me tell you something. When John's signature go-to move, which is a swift kick in the nuts, didn't work, because he did that shit twice and it didn't work.
John kicks people in the dick more than we give him credit for.
Yo,
Also.
wouldn't you? It's like, dog, I'm an assassin. I gotta fucking. This has to be efficient.
That's a
Kicking the
plethora
nuts.
of ways of killing you. Nut shot.
It's like I'm going for the nut shot first to incapacitate you,
Surprised he didn't
It's
go.
and then I
when
can
it's
go
stuck
to
in the
work.
ear. It's just a It's just a
Surprised he didn't go for a cooch shot on the fucking violinist. Just bam, like right in the fucking cooch. Just
No.
done.
See, Chris.
taco shot. Oh, my taco.
No, no, Chris. Chris, you probably didn't notice. There was a deleted scene in that shot where he actually did do that.
It's like it could have.
No, I'm making that up. No, but I would not be surprised if he actually did do that and they just cut it
I find it funny that old
for
boy,
lack of pacing.
and then the guy, one of the guys, he
Lack of patience.
yo, think about, I'm laughing. My man was in a fucking place reading the newspaper, sees that John is on a bounty, happens to look up and sees a bleeding John, and is like, all right, let me go and attack him. Oh shit, another guy. Fuck. And then John just proceeds to dismantle their asses with a pencil.
Nigga,
Two
you ain't
pencils.
going
Yeah.
to shit. Freak. Oh,
Nope.
damn.
It was the same pencil. My bad. First of all, my bad. He broke out the number 2.
Bruh. You know what got me? You know what part got me? Jabbed
one.
it in his
This
ear,
got me.
Yeah,
and then
jabbed
went
his
down.
ear and
It went down.
I look away at some movies. I still look away. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes the violence does get a little bit too much for me. I'm like, okay, shit, that looked like it hurt. I'll do that.
Hostile.
With
when he
that
gets his
scene, the
fucking
second he
Achilles.
stabs it in his ear. Here's me. Woo! He got his whoa, God.
I think.
But hold on,
look,
but hold
Scene's
on.
over.
Wait,
Scene's over.
No, wait. See, now I gotta ask you this, D. If that scene gets you, what about the second fight in John Wick 3? Inside that room where John was making his own custom gun and the Vietnamese assassins came in, and the dude, like, he holds dude in the headlock, takes that shard of glass and goes directly into his eye.
Oh, it was slow. It was
very slow.
No, actually, that was a knife. That was a knife.
That,
Remember,
okay.
Yeah,
No,
there
that
a
was
knife.
glass. But
No, it was glass.
Was it knife?
No, it was a knife because you remember him and the other dude were throwing the knives at each other and
They
shit.
were throwing the knives at each other.
Yeah.
But
He
remember,
grabbed
there
one
was shards
knife.
of glass on the ground. Remember, one dude got hit by one.
No, it was a knife because I remember Corridor Crew were talking about that scene. That scene's actually CGI when he puts it in his eye.
Of course, it had to be. And this actually brings up a good point about this movie that a lot of people don't notice. This is something I always like to bring up with people, especially when it comes to John Wick. The CGI in this movie, nobody cares. No one cares because some of the stuff in here, and this is where CGI actually helps you out. As much as I am not a fan of CGI blood, oh, thank God there was CGI blood in this movie. Do you know how much money they would have spent?
Squibs of blood. Squibs of blood.
Squibs.
The blood packets.
Now, granted, I think they did use squibs, but it's just more so as a
couple of
basis.
scenes you had to. A couple of scenes just to get it down, you had to. But there are some scenes where, like, here's two things. Two things you have to do when it comes to CGI is you have to act. You have to act. And where a lot of CGI fails for some people is that even when the character is talking, you don't believe that that person's talking to that character. There's got to be something coming from the actor to make you believe it. Everybody in this movie looks like they got punched in the face. So you're fine with that. The number 2 part reason why you don't care is because the second people get shot, it's on to the next one. You're not really looking at the ooze of blood or anything like that. So all the CGI that you see in this shit, most of that shit you don't care about. Nobody will care about until somebody sits down and tell you, you know that was fake, right? And that's when somebody will care. This is one of those movies where the CGI is actually good and it doesn't really hit you. Now, that being said, in the first one, the fake dog poop was one of the stupidest things in the world. That fake dog poop in the first one was $50,000. There were children that were too bed hungry in this country, but we put a fake poop in that joint for. You could have went to Spencer's. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
but D, but I need you to answer my question though. Between those two scenes from the second and the third,
okay,
that's what I wanted to know.
Very, very fun thing with D. One of my biggest fears is getting stabbed to death. That is one of my legit. I'd rather you shoot me in the face, get it over with. Getting stabbed, you can survive getting stabbed 100 times, man. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't like it. That scene was tough. I couldn't turn my head away because it was one of the best fight scenes. I
But
mean, blink, blink,
So-
But
that was awesome.
So
but
Mhm.
but the reason why I only bring that up is because seeing him use the pencil, finally, the legend is true. He actually
It's
used
just
it
something about this because you know why I flinched at this?
because it's an
This
everyday
will
item.
not technically kill you. It shouldn't technically kill you. What kills you with this is blunt force.
Yes,
That is the only way this can kill you. And that is why I flinch at that scene way more than the knife scene.
but let me tell you something. What got me through that scene in general was just seeing him use it, and I'm going, you know something? Between John using that pencil very efficiently and the knife's durability bar in Resident Evil 2, that knife's durability would go out twice as fast before John's durability use on that damn pencil would go out.
Shout out to all my people that play Zelda. The last show that came out, yeah, about the same durability as a regular sword in that motherfucker. That's a good 10 swings. Crank.
Because I'm like, dude, he stabbed this person with a stab, that person with a hell. You took the pencil out, put it against the wall, and smush faced homeboy with the back of the head through that damn pencil. I'm like, again, the durability of that pencil. This is just a regular ass NB number 2 freaking pencil.
Nigga said MB.
Look. I'll say this.
No,
So-
what about this? What the fuck? China. No.
Somewhere.
No. I look, all y'all kids from the hood know about this one. The fuck? Rose art. Of course it did.
Somebody gets stabbed, not with a number 2 pencil, one of them thick ass kindergarten fucking pencils.
Boy.
See, that would be more believable.
Well, now, actually, I think that's way worse and way more faker, actually.
No, it's not. No, Chris. Oh, wait, no, sorry, D. It ain't fake. It's fucking comedy.
Speaking of comedy,
Because here's everybody's question. So was it like a 6-year-old doing like word drills or something? Like
Yes, there
drills or
was,
some
and
shit
he
around
did.
there?
And yes, there was. And John took it upon himself to take that shit and use it as a weapon.
but my thing is this.
Hey kid, take this. That's a machine gun. I need this.
Now, what gets me, I think the only thing that got me was like the way the scenes are at. It's like it doesn't take me out of it because obviously you're more engaged in the scene itself than anything. But it's like, all right, he's fighting a sumo dude in a park. There's clearly people around, but nobody says anything about a sumo dude throwing somebody into glass. But then in the back of your head, you're like, it's New York. This
People
could be a
don't
normal
care.
thing.
And I
Probably
think
no-
I think that's the reason why they put it in New York City and why it even got more interesting with the Bowery King is because nobody pays attention to the homeless. Nobody.
and that's
They could be a whole system of fucking workers and no one would know.
And that's a good transition because John ends up coming across the Bowery King. Now, the Bowery King was a guy that John previously, basically, common courtesy left him alive. He slit him in the throat enough to where he can get to the hospital and get himself patched up and stuff.
Well, he did tell him apply pressure.
Yeah, apply pressure.
Apply pressure and live, or pull the trigger and die.
He chose live.
Choice is yours.
Yeah. Which he does the common because he puts that shit right in his
He
sternum.
does the same thing to Ruby also.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
He does it I don't think he does it in the third movie, but I think he did do it in the third movie.
No,
he
In
didn't leave nobody alive for dead.
the third movie when he stabbed Mark Dacascos, he's fucking dead.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
even though
No. I want to talk about the Costcos, but I'm talking about. I thought he left one.
Well,
person alive in it.
two.
No. He left the two. He left
The two martial arts, the
two-
twin martial
no,
artists.
The two. They weren't twins. He left the two Indonesian assassins alive.
Like they respected him. They were like,
He didn't leave Mad Dog alive.
Yes, he did.
Mad Dog and the other dude.
left
from
Mad
Wick.
Dog.
Yep, Mad Dog and the other dude
didn't-
alive.
Like I said, it's been a minute since.
I mean, he beat. I mean,
I
he beat them down to where they were like, "Fuck this shit."
Yep, they're like, "Fuck, I'm tired."
That's funny for me because Mad Dog, the first time we all seen him, looked like that nigga need to be hit with a cannonball. Didn't it? Like,
Oh, dude, look, folks. When you watch the raid, Mad Dog taking on Rama and his brother, it's like that dude snorted like a line of coke and was like, "Let's go, motherfuckers!"
I'll be honest with you, Chris. I know you love that kitchen scene in the second one so much, and I agree with you.
Hey, I'm with him.
But I'm sorry, nothing beats out just the. It's a one regular nigga. Why is it? He is fucking y'all up. It's just that gap of wow for me. Is the reason why I put that above the kitchen sink. But,
No,
then again, by the time I got to the kitchen sink, I'll be honest with you. I'm done, man.
Nah,
We got 20 more minutes in this bitch.
D.
Or the raid too.
Hold on. Hey, Chris.
Man.
Hey, Chris. Now you know how you say you know how you love the kitchen scene. You and I both love the kitchen fight. I still gotta give a slight edge, just because once again it's two of them, but I gotta give the edge, man. Baseball man and Hammer Girl.
I hated them. I effing hated them so much.
See, I would like it, but it's the fact
especially Hammer Girl. I was like, she needs to go.
But it's the
she
fact
is
that
so analog. She needs to go.
But my problem was that once you took the baseball bat out of old dude's hands, he was he was just a run of the mill dude that just he was just running the mill. It was just like, all right.
Little slug ain't little slug ain't rolling up on niggas behind him and cracking them, huh?
But despite all of that, I just love the fight scenes. The choreography set up for their fight was just perfect.
Yeah, I mean, but my thing was like also too the Bowery King. Now the Bowery King, like I said, he runs
again. This is me.
He runs the homeless network to where the high table saw value in it and was like, all right, you're working under us, but you're still kind of doing whatever you pretty much want, as long as it doesn't cut into our special interest, essentially, and stuff. So he kind of
that's what makes the underground so interesting.
Yes,
it is amazing that a movie that does not explain the underground a whole lot, and even in the third one, when they give some more explanation for it, it's like there's still more questions. Do you really need to know?
Yeah, they give you just enough to satisfy you.
Because because I'm the only one that could help you. When Lawrence Fishburne breaks out the laugh, when he breaks out the laugh and he goes, "Nigga, come with me." He takes him down to his inner sanctum and shows him the whole setup, and he just tells him, "Nigga, does it look like I need your help?"
The fact that he has the balls, he does a dick move and says, "All right, John, I got some guns." Opens up the gun cache. John is jerking himself off with excitement, like, "Yeah!" And Byron's like, "Yeah. By the way, you get this Beretta."
Somebody get this man a gun. Give him a gun, dude. Again, the freaking attaché case looks very immaculate. I love the case. Open it up, shows him the Beretta. He goes, "Whoo." That looks so amazing. That looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Yeah. For this, you get 7 rounds. I like how he took that one magazine and gave it to the other homeless.
Now, here's the thing.
He's like, yeah, you hold that. You get 7 rounds. 7 rounds, $7 million gets you 7 rounds.
Now, here's the thing.
That's $1 million. Like, hold on, Chris. That's $1 million. I mean, that's $1 million a round.
Bullet.
Like that's $1 million a bullet. Better make it count.
Now, here's the thing. As much as John is kind of like, what the fuck? At the same time, it's John. You know he's going to make them 7 bullets count.
Oh, of course.
So I think the Bowery King knew that it's like, all right, I ain't going to give him a whole bunch of stuff. 7 bullets should work. It should work.
In fact, if I wasn't mistaken, because that was the same gun used to kill Santino.
Yep, same one.
He shot, like when he finally ran into him at the museum, he shot and killed 6 of his guys and kept that 1 bullet left.
Yep.
He looked at the chamber.
He wastes nothing on Ruby. So
as soon as he looked at the chamber, he's like, put it away. I'm gonna take everybody else's guns and use their shit.
I mean,
that museum scene to me was visually, I will say this. It kind of reminded me of the scene that was in Skyfall that was kind of similar to it, where you needed a museum or something in the background visually to catch your eye while the action happened. It was done very differently on Skyfall because it was more silhouette and you saw nothing but these bright lights beaming through the window. But in this one, it's just bright colors everywhere. They use the effect of mirrors and all the rest of that shit. So this is one of the things, if you're a weak director, holy shit, this helps you out.
I mean,
all the work for you, yeah.
But it's just the fact that like John going after Santino was quite positive. It was fun to watch, just seeing him go get to the museum. He's slowly trying to look for his ass, and Santino's like, "Fuck, John's here. God damn it, get the fuck out of here. And just John just systematically taking out all the guards. And like you said,
Ruby thought
like,
she had him. Ruby really thought she had a fair fight with this nigga until she got murked. She should have got killed at the end though.
Should've.
I thought she was gonna get killed.
I'm like, oh, dearie dear. You really thought you was gonna be on some bullshit by sign language in your boss. Go, leave everything to me. I'm like, I'm looking at Ruby like, Ruby, you gonna die. I'm just letting you know.
I mean, but again, this is why
I'm a miss. Like, listen, Ruby, you gonna die. It sucks because you're like one of my best assassins, and I'm gonna miss your pseudo Ada Wong haircut.
I mean, like just that whole fight between them was great because, like you said, the atmosphere and everything is just dope as hell.
Do you think that fight in the Hall of Mirrors was like a callback to Enter the Dragon?
I think it was.
Yeah,
you know,
look.
I'm pretty sure if not the cinematographer said that, the director said that. Somebody said that.
Because that was like pure Enter the Dragon.
Being like, yeah, it reminds me of. Sure.
Yeah.
It's like I get it. Okay, I get it.
I mean, if you want to talk visual and stuff, the funniest shit was that point where John, and this is how vivid certain scenes in movies are. When he's entering the Hall of Mirrors and you see one of the fucking henchmen with the machine gun, and
I knew you was gonna go there.
That was funny as shit because it's like John knew where he was at. He just bam, just casually just next.
He missed.
No. I'm talking about when John shot the guy. After the guy missed him, and John just casually, bam.
No, Chris. I'm talking about the dude that came in yelling and screaming.
Oh,
with
no,
the
not
machine
him.
gun.
No, I ain't talking about
that was funny.
Because he did try to do that little pot shot, and it didn't work. So he's fighting him in the hall, and eventually he does end up shooting him. Like when he finally kills him, it's like all the other henchmen that heard the gunfire. Instead of running towards the gunfire and helping out, they wait for the dude to die, then they come around the corner and try to take out John. And I'm like, at that point, I'm like, yeah, this is when you know it's a movie, because it's always right after the hero kills one random guy that the other henchmen to finally decide to show up. I'm like, listen, were you guys running with like fucking sandbags tied to your feet or some shit? Because
you're not paid.
I mean, how is it through this one Hall of Mirrors, y'all are that damn lost until the sound of gunfire stops, and then suddenly you know where I am?
Oh my god!
Riddle me that.
Jazz music. Thank you.
But here's the thing. This is why I said Santino is a bitch made, because when he rolls up in the Continental after Ares tells him to go, right? There's a part like Winston is looking at him like, you're a bitch, you know that, right? But you know what? By default, it's not like I can do anything. Fuck it. You want to be in Continental? Fine. I don't give a shit. Fine,
hey, Chris. See again. This is before you mention Winston, he gets to the hotel and he runs into me. Is the manager in? The manager is always in.
The manager is.
because you can tell that Sheridan and Winston be having conversations. I bet you Winston was probably talking to him and telling him, how much you want to bet this motherfucker's going to come back here after he realized that bounty didn't work? And then when he comes back, he picks up the phone and sends him down to meet Winston. He picks up the phone and just says, well played, sir.
Oh, they knew. They knew. I just liked it because Winston had this look on his face like, you know, Jonathan's coming up here. You know what he's going to do. Why are you still standing in here like, dude?
So you
look, I like John. I like John. Don't have him coming here on all that bullshit.
Like, so you are seeking asylum in the Continental, I see.
I mean, just
here's
how much.
Like, nah, Winston, I got it under control. See, John just going to die off on his way leaving, and I ain't got to worry about John no more. The fuck is Bubba Yaga, nigga?
Bro. Here's how much of an asshole Santino is. This nigga eating a nice Wagyu steak in front of John. Just
Hold up.
They cut to the camera of the cut Wagyu steak.
No. First of all, Chris, it wasn't the Wagyu steak that he was eating. This motherfucker ate the duck fat.
Oh,
in
duck
front of
fat.
John.
The duck fat. Oh, just eating. I'm like, yo, that is some. Yo, and I like how Winston is John is coming because number one, Sharon sees John, sees the gun, and is like, all right, he's downstairs.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say, hey, he's down.
Nah, that's what everybody does. That's what everybody does.
Listen, he is in the lounge.
This move right here. You there, nigga.
It was the look that that Sharon gave John when he sees him walk away. He's just going.
Those white people.
Winston turning around when he sees John with the gun, like, oh shit.
The second, I love it because when he shoots in Tito, not a flinch. Jonathan.
What have you done? Oh, no, but it's the build up to it, like, Jonathan.
Like, Jonathan, walk away. Jonathan, walk
got a chance to.
Like, I mean, I'll let it go. Away. He's like, I'll give you a freebie if you want to punch him, but not shoot him. All right.
I'm just saying, John. I'll hook you up. I'll make sure nobody comes after you after this shit. I got you. All right.
Like, John, just
be cool.
Don't do it.
Eric, your favorite line. All right? Don't make a fuck out of me.
No, D. Hold on. You mean the other one? No, you did the wrong one. You did the wrong one, D. It's this one. Hey, Jonathan, be fucking nice. All right?
Nice.
All right?
Up in here.
Don't fuck up in here. At that point, I was like, yo, where is Nikki Santoro? No, where is Nikki Santoro at this point? Where is Nikki? I needed Nikki for this.
The fact that Winston said John.
Could you imagine? And this is New York. This is New York. This is Joe Pesci. Could you imagine Joe Pesci's character coming in and saying, hey, Jonathan, seriously, don't fuck up in here. This is the Continental.
This is my shit. You see my shit?
I built this shit.
He's like, you see? No. He would point at Winston and say, you see this motherfucker right here? This is his shit. You don't fuck up in here.
Now
you're going to take that gun, put it back in the holster, and go upstairs and walk it off.
The fact that he said...
Hold up, D. Hold up. And take your fucking dog, too.
Sorry about that, Winston. All right. Cool.
He obviously
a fucking faggot too. I swear to God, if I ever see
you take your fake Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure looking ass out of here. Fuck me up over there again. I'll bury you in the hole in the fucking desert.
No, this Joe Pesci, all 4'3", hitting Keanu Reeves. Oh God, I wish we got that.
Playing House of a Thousand Suns at the end of the fucking movie with fucking damn Sharon and all of them. Like, where's Cassius at? He's in the hospital with a big ass knife in his chest. Walking around and shit. But the fact that Winston was like, John, what have you done? And John says, finished it. And just drops the gun and walks out. I was like, is that the mic drop? It's a mic drop. I
thought that was in the movie at first, and I thought myself, that's how I go.
Apparently there was still 12 minutes left in the movie.
Bro, that would have been like the Infinity War when Cap says, oh God, and it cuts to black, and it's like, fuck. Is that in the movie?
No, hey, CJ, instead we got the first 5 minutes of Endgame. What did you do, Jonathan? I finished it.
Bruh.
Roll credits.
Time out. The fact that we in Infinity War with Thanos looking on like he accomplished his taxes, and it's like, yes, I accomplished it.
Roll credits.
And that still was just much of an impact as ending the movie when Cap said, oh God. And then we just begin to end game with fucking Thanos seasoning his food, about to have some breakfast, and then all of a sudden, bam!
I'm sorry, you can't do that to me. I thought I put in a joke movie when I saw this nigga making breakfast. I was like, okay, this still looks like a bootleg, but I'm pretty sure this is fake.
Notice that he.
Notice it was some fucking Folgers coffee and shit.
No.
Notice my man was making. Hold up. Notice that he was making soup with one arm because the other arm was done.
Oh, they missing with some fucking Folgers coffee next to the fucking pot.
I still actually think it's beyond fucking stupid when you really sit down and think about it. Why Thanos is even in this universe having a cup of coffee like he was raised up on Earth. We're not even going there. But this is to put that all in perspective. The nigga was chilling. That's all I have to say.
Nigga, again, attention to details. Credits to the MCU. Thanos seasons his food. He didn't just cook the fucking vegetables and that's it. Nah,
He
seasoned the food, stirred it and everything. And I'm like, damn, I feel bad for throwing them disrupting this breakfast already. Like,
I gotta be real with you. Here's me. It's a lot of CGI they putting in this shit.
Dog.
I'm just thinking about myself. Just imagine. Just imagine your boy in a green suit. He's just making fake breakfast.
The fact that fucking Banner was chilling underneath the house in the Hulkbuster watching that shit.
He's like, oh yeah,
First,
we
I
gonna
already
get
don't like that movie like that. Don't give me examples of how. Look, I don't hate Infinity. I do not hate Endgame. It's just a lot of stuff. Stupid.
Banner sitting there in the conundrum, like, damn, this dude actually seasons his food. I don't know if I want to kill him or not. Fuck.
I just like how they just rolled up on that nigga. Fight back, nigga.
Yo, Carol started it off already because they was like, something don't feel right. Ah, shit.
So, but no, but
you
anyway.
know, cool motherfucker was in.
But Winston, I like the fact that he's like, all right,
you let him go home.
Me and John been friends for a while. Let's have a chat in Central Park. All right, John.
First of all, hold on.
He let the man go to sleep.
First of all, he let him.
He let the man go to sleep.
That's what I'm saying. First of all, he let him go home. Man took his dog home. He went back to that burning husk of what used to be his house. Looks for that one picture that didn't burn of him and his wife during happier times. And and he
when you say happier times, I'm thinking to myself, hey John, were you an assassin during that?
No. This is happy times before
that during his retirement, actual retirement.
Before that dreaded evilness that is cancer took his wife. If John could put him, if John Wick 5, John beats cancer.
Yeah.
The actual embodiment, the physical embodiment of it.
No.
I just gotta say, what's the face? I know it's never gonna happen, but I need Ted, Waters.
Oh, the guy who plays Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, he was Bill. Okay, man. He is Bill. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying I need him in the next two John Wicks, but I would like to see. What are you doing here, John? I would love to see that. I would just love to see that. It don't even have to be a big role. You know what I mean? Just the fuck are you doing here, John? I need a way out of here. All right, come on, follow me, man.
John.
Look,
you do know all he has to do is say, "Most righteous John." You do have to find a way out of here.
Keanu Reeves just stop trying. At the end of that whole scene, a lot of exposition is dumped out there. All right, it's like, you're going to be good, right? Yeah, all right. Peace, brother. Peace. And they just walk.
Actually, no. I need
keep it subtle. Keep it subtle.
Keep it subtle. Just like a fist bump, something like that. Something where it's like.
And I also need. In that same scene, we hear a flushing of the toilet, and it's William Sadler coming out of the bathroom. Like, who is that guy? Old friend.
Actually, no.
He still got the pale. He still got the pale skin.
Actually, you know what I would have? No. You know what I want? John Wick does go for the Pope. One of the cardinals that he has to get around.
William Sadler.
It's Sadler. And Sadler's a bad motherfucker.
Yo.
Sadler has not been doing any action in almost like 10 years. Okay, no action. You don't have to give this man action. Just let him be evil.
No. I need him.
Give him action. You want to know why? I want him to have action because I can finally say, "Holy shit, William, You have come a long way from doing butt naked katas.
No. I need him in the fucking red cardinal robes shooting at John in the action scene.
Yes.
No,
I need this.
Chris. Hold on. Let me put the icing on the cake here. It's not just him in the red cardinal robes. It's him, the red cardinal robes, and they all got sickles, machine guns.
Resident Evil 4.
Yes. Sickles, machine guns.
Okay.
Hold on. Sickles, machine guns, and crossbows, flaming crossbows.
Man.
And they're all even better. They're all speaking Spanish.
Just cause.
It's
like, aren't we in Italy? Dude.
Yo, I'm
My
just
man.
saying this. William Sadler era. The reason why I said that though, real talk. William Sadler's 71 years old. We only want to get that nigga to do so much.
No, you want to know? And you want to know?
Like you said, put a gun in his hand.
No. You know how you want to know how you also make him badass? Let him be the leader. And yes, he rocks the freaking skeleton goat skull mask like in Resident Evil.
Man. I mean, look.
The movie would get is such hot water for referencing that game.
No. It just be no. Actually, it wouldn't get in hot water at all.
It would.
A lot of gamers like us confused. Wait. Resident Evil 4? What?
Not even that. It's like
it's Resident Evil with John Wick. No, we're not questioning this. Because real talk, at this point, he is Leon Kennedy. He's broken as fuck.
At this point, it's like John Wick beats cancer and stuff. It's John Wick. It's not even what we think it is. It's just John Wick in the hospital doing doing radiation treatment, just sitting there.
No, he was doing regular gun katas to a bunch of doctors.
Nah, it's him.
Get him.
Nah. See, if it's just me, he'd be on dialysis. He'd be on dialysis and radiation treatment, and it's him flashing back to his previous missions before he got married to his wife and shit. Like what led to John Wick meeting his wife.
But it's kind of funny. With us saying that, it kind of proves a point that John Wick kind of just writes itself when you really think about it.
I mean, they're doing the Continental show
in a right end game where the end is going to be at. You've pretty much got everything you need.
And that's why they're doing the Continental show, because everything about this world, there's a lot of stuff that you could do with the Continental, because you could follow different assassins and intertwine that with Winston and that whole thing and stuff. Because like I said, Winston has that heart to heart with John. Was like, yeah, so you know full and well what you did means you're excommunicado, but I'm going to give you a 1 hour head start.
Did you notice the look of sadness on Winston's face when he tells him that? I have no other choice but to consider you.
I mean, I could cover you, but
when he tells him, I have no choice but to render you excommunicado, and he's like, so why am I not dead? Because I deemed it to be so. And then when he pointed that dude to his left, my man picks up the phone and says, "Now." Everybody stops and goes in the opposite direction.
Oh, they're about to fucking corner his ass.
And he, and of course, Winston looks at his watch and tells him, "You only have an hour."
Better hop to it, buddy.
It's like,
if I were you, I'll get the fuck out of New York City.
But where
then
could
you
he
might
go?
have a chance.
That's the thing. It doesn't even matter where he goes. That shit went international.
It did. Then that was the thing that get. That's why I said you might have a chance if you leave New York City, but if you stay here, you done.
That nigga get on a fucking
like whatever city you're in. And actually, Aries, I'll go a little bit further than that. If whatever city he may have been in, whether it been in Tokyo, San Antonio, or New York City, get the fuck out that city now. Because if you stay in there longer than you should, you're going to die. There's no way getting out of it. Get the hell out of the city.
I mean, we seen John fight in different areas. I need a scenario where John is on like a commercial flight and somebody tries to kill him in the air.
Boy, we haven't got that yet.
I'm surprised.
I'm pretty
sure we haven't got that in Jungle yet. So
we just might get that in either 4 or 5. Because let's be real here. When he tells him you have an hour, but before he tells him that, John tells him, listen, you tell them, you tell all of them, no matter who it is, whatever it is, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to kill all of them.
He's that serious. Because I mean, even when we see the third movie, when he meets like the dude from that's the leader of the high table and stuff,
Mhm.
Mr. Buddy, um, like
No, Chris, you got that wrong. You mean
Yeah.
Mr. No. You mean Mr.
my man.
Like, no, not my man, for the love of God. It's our boy, Chris. Mr. Who are you, American? Why do the Americans cross the Rubal Hali?
You blow up fucking bombs in my country, my main man.
No, my daughter was
Mr.
sleeping.
Uncharted
You know,
3.
my daughter was sleeping when the Americans bombed on us. I got a kid too. Who said we were talking about your kid?
Kids, man.
God, when are we going through Three Kings?
Three Kings.
That never pops up on our list.
That scene really showed Marky Mark's character's whiteness just shone through. Like, we got kids, right? That'll bond us. And he's like,
Come on,
fuck
we got
you.
kids. Come on, father to father.
I'm sorry.
My kid got blown up by big fucking American bombs.
A lot of white people kind of didn't like how Three Kings kind of made, but we won Desert Storm. No, the fuck we didn't.
We won.
That was a skirmish that we
no.
barely got out of, dog.
No,
Don't do that shit.
No, if
Not barely got out of.
Jarhead illustrated perfectly, the Air Force won it, not everybody else.
The best line in the movie, the best thing about that movie to really set up how that war was,
Chris.
because everybody, it's so funny. Everybody that at least all the old dudes that I knew, the older men I knew that fought in that war told me this. It was exactly, hey, are we shooting today? What? Are we shooting today? What? I said, are we shooting? Pow! I shot him for you. I was actually. That's how the whole war.
The Air Force won.
Air Force did all the work.
I mean, again, that ending where that dude is all crying, like, let him just snipe the guy. And he's like, this guy is sad. We're just going to bomb this thing and we're done. Mission accomplished.
Did you really think getting that one shot off was going to mean anything?
Like, fuck this.
I like it because it was one of those movies where George Clooney fooled half of Hollywood. Ha ha! I'm actually a Democrat.
No, but like
a war movie, it was going to be about something.
Him giving him the hour to get out, everybody looking at their phones was like perfect.
Yeah, because it goes into effect, and
I like how even though poor dude that saved his life, was like,
yeah, even though it went into effect, which by the way, he runs into him again at the beginning of the third movie. When the word goes out, text messages hit everybody. You want to know why? Of course, everybody can't move because I'm sure the message goes in. Like the message got to everybody, but I'm sure somewhere in that message is, don't fuck with him for 1 hour.
I mean,
no one touch him for 1 hour.
No one can touch him for an hour.
Ahead of the hour.
Well, as we saw in the third movie, which I don't want to jump ahead, we already saw one person that tried.
Hey, Chris, can I go ahead and say the line?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to notice?
Valid point, sir.
I will say this.
You had a valid point on that one. Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember when we was all talking about it and we praised this movie when we talked about it. We was all talking about it. And I remember there was news about the third one coming out and we all talked about it anyway. You know when I knew shit got real? When Chris woke up with the biggest rager and gave the world the picture of John Wick on a horse with a gun, pointing it at somebody else. And I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You put John Wick on a horse. I'm like, what's the horse gonna do? Fuck John. What's the horse gonna do?
No, exactly what a horse does. Kick.
Not since True Lies have we seen an action hero on a horse. That's all I'm saying.
Let me tell you something. Like much like what Captain Murphy said on Sealand 2021 when they gave when the monster took the motherfucking car from him. Great. Now the damn thing's got wheels. Why would you give John Wick wheels? Why would you give him a vehicle?
We saw John Wick use the car. I mean, come on. He even used the car against people.
We saw John Wick use this.
Yes, the pencil.
What makes you think you get a thoroughbred? You got this nigga riding on top of a thoroughbred. What do you think is going to happen?
I was more impressed with the fact that he used his car. One of his most valuable prized possessions, his
I'm
car
laughing, I'm
as a
laughing.
weapon.
I'm laughing the memes that came out of John Wick 2 with like somebody says, John's out of bullets. He has a piece of paper and all of a sudden it just
Piece of
crying.
paper.
I just like because it's the one where Tyler just look that he just
Is it John's out of bullets? He has a piece of paper.
Fuck.
man, John Wick, man, yes, Mr. Wick. As you see, you are son of this, you are son of the, you are son, as you see, Mr. Wick, you are son of the Family Dollar. What are you going to pick up? One of these balloons? What are you going to do with a balloon? 4 minutes later, 5 niggas like this floating in the air. I don't know how John did it.
I put it,
Did it.
dude, it's like there are
was-
heroes. Like we talk about putting Jackie Chan in the Marlowe furniture with like villains. You're gonna die, guy. I'm sorry, Jack
No,
Chan.
hold on. And John and Jackie's the one doing this. Please, no. Oh,
First of
you are
all,
done.
hold on.
You
First
are
of all,
done.
understand something. Jackie Chan is like Batman. He doesn't kill. He just embarrassingly fucks you up.
All of a sudden, you got it. All of a sudden, you get fucking taken out. You get shot a nut shot from a recliner seat because you didn't see it coming.
Like I said, embarrassingly fucks you up.
I know. No, you know why I always feel bad? Because Jackie does this in every movie, especially if a chair breaks. He will take 2 sticks of wood and commence to night winging you to death. Plink, 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 and then got the move to go 3 Stooges on you. Gloop, gloop.
Hey, Jackie. The same before you officially can't move anymore. We need you in the IKEA furniture store fighting guys. That's all I'm saying.
Jackie
Bad-
Chan.
I already got
Jackie
half
Chan.
of my wish granted seeing him fight in a Lego world.
Bro, you
saying
too?
something.
Shit.
I'm done.
I understand that a lot of the older generation is either passing away or they're just not as vocal as they used to. And yeah, we don't hear about Bruce Lee as much as we used to. It's true, we don't. But Jackie Chan is pound for pound one of the most disrespectful martial artists of all time. Jackie, I mean, like Bruce Lee died so Jackie could run. That's all I'm
did.
Dude. First
No.
strike.
Hey, Chris, hold on. Sorry. Bruce Lee neck snapped Jackie Chan to give him a career.
Nigga,
All
dude,
of my
first,
college going to you. What do you mean? That
dude,
nigga
first,
really did break my neck. You know that, right?
bro, first strike, he literally murks people with a fucking ladder. I'm like, okay, all right, Jackie, all right, cool,
Oh,
you got
man.
it.
I saw
You got it.
Jackie Chan beat somebody nearly to death with a plastic chair. That's all I needed. In Rumble in the Bronx, that dude got lit up by that chair that you see in every church meeting. He got lit up by that chair.
So Wick, it's like, dog, nothing is safe in a room. It could be a room with a cup holder. I'm like, yeah, you did already. You know that, right?
First of all, John Wick enters a Wild Bill's like a Wild Bill's factory, and he just sees nothing but these Wild Bill cups.
I'll
Just
jump.
start
You know,
going.
And he just starts.
I mean, look, the only thing missing at the beginning of John Wick 3 was the more you know shit after he murked dude with the books and put it. And look, John is very respectful. He took the book after killing said guy and put it back in its proper place. Back in its proper alphabetical place.
Hey, but what about homeboy? What about homeboy who was beating the shit out of Jackie? He was beating the shit out of John at first, and as he's beating him, John's like, ah! My man's holding him. Shh, this is a library. The fact that you are shushing John Wick, I'm like, bro, you are asking to get murdered.
It's just like I said, it's just that just speaks volumes about this world. But also at the same time, much like there's war and there's money in imperialism. Clearly, the assassin game, everybody wants a piece of the fucking pie.
You know what? That's the one thing that
it's crazy.
If you're given a chance to advance your bank account by $7 million more than what it was originally, wouldn't you?
Here's the sick part. Here's the sick part.
Be a hitman.
Here's the sick part. Here's the sick part. I love how everybody talks big online. Everybody that talks on Twitter talking about I could do it. You be the most sorriest fucking assassins ever. You be missing 95% of Twitter. 95% of Twitter that sits there and thinks that they be good assassins. Nah, y'all niggas will fucking die day one.
One.
even I'm admitting, like, yeah, that's not me. Y'all got it. I'm not taking any parts of this shit. Fuck this.
The only type of assassination that let's just I'm not saying me. Listen, we're talking New 52.
I'll provide you the weapons.
No, Chris, hold on. I'm not talking me. We're talking New 52, Earth 48. Me, all right.
Sure.
This
Not
version
only is a New 52, but he has to pick a different Earth. That's the best part about it.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
Got a couple more tracks. Anyways, that version of me would just be very simple. Give me a gold Magnum sniper rifle and let me go to work.
I mean,
That's it.
Why did I see you with the gold rifle? Like the second you shoot
The
it
gold
off.
Magnum.
I like it, Eris, because the second you shoot it off, not only can you not control the gun, but it's way louder than what you expected it to be. So you're like,
no, it's actually see, it's more messed up because
totally miss.
No,
Get an
D,
old lady instead of the target.
No, D, here's the thing that's messed up. See, when you put a silencer on the gold Magnum, the bullet drop on it is so decreased. Really? No, seriously, play Battlefield 4 and get the gold Magnum. If you're trying to snipe something from like super far away, you gotta aim like this instead of directly at it.
That's the one thing I always laugh.
And that's when you attach the sniper rifle. I mean, that's when you attach the silencer. You put a silencer on that shit, you got to aim up instead of down because you got to account for the bullet drop.
I mean, it's the fact that it's just that's what's wild to me is that there's so much money in Assassins to where they have their own Bitcoins with them gold ass fucking coins and shit as currency.
But you gotta think about it. That's crazy denomination.
But here's the best
amongst
part.
Your shit, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, Chris, here's the best part though. Those gold coins, unlike Bitcoin, are actually tangible.
Yes, they are tangible. Very
How much you want to bet? All of those. This is what I like about it because, in my opinion, all those things everybody's passing around, those markers, and even out to the coins they got, are doubloons. Like straight up 1800s type shit. You know what I mean?
And the thing is,
they're
printed like they were printed. They're printed into full circulation, and because it's gold, it's actually tied to something else that's tangible, fucking gold.
And the thing of it is, they could take that. I mean, when he gives the Bower King minions the gold, they could transfer that gold to cash. That's the crazy part. And that's why I like that even the Assassin's world, they have their own currency and it just works. Which means that's why I would like to be the guy that just hands out the guns because you're getting coins and you can transfer that to cash and you're living pretty good just doing that job, chilling.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think there is that they also said, I think Bitcoin is perfect for any hitman. Untraceable digital currency that, like you said, gotta find the right place. But
I mean,
nigga.
And I just like to again, we're talking about.
I give you 4 million Bitcoin. Nah, nigga, that shit don't transfer good over in the United States right now, man.
and the fact that you actually can have a steady gig being the lady that types up all the fucking damn bounties and shit. That's like
I laughed at that because I was like, so all these girls are dressed up like 1950s biker pinup girls, all heavily tattooed and all the rest of that. But I was thinking to myself, is this sexy? A little bit. It's doing something for me. Like, here's me.
But at the same time, I'm
looking at what exactly.
At the same time, I'm kind of looking at it. I'm like, hey, a little diversity would be great, but I'm fine with this.
No, hold on.
Chris. Actually, I think I'll be
wait.
Hey, Chris, I hate to be that person.
Stop. See, Chris, you asking for that little bit of diversity. Just wait till the third movie.
Okay.
You see a whole lot more of it.
You're right. You are right.
You are right.
You are right. I forgot about that. They did kind of like pan out, and it's more than just the white chicks. It's like, all right, cool.
I thought even our boy who played the Penguin in Gotham is one of them.
Yeah, he is. I mean, hey, look, can you imagine you going out on a Tinder date? Like, yeah, I'm a secretary. Oh, where your secretary at? I
work at this bank, man. I work at this. Look, I work at this hotel. Yeah, nah, I ain't down there, man. It's actually New Jersey.
Dude, can you imagine you're the janitor of the Continental and you just see a lot of shit?
Let me put it to you this way: janitors are ex-assassins themselves. Okay.
Yes, they are.
There's no way. As an ex-janitor himself, there's 5. Look, if there's a staff of 10 of us, 7 of us are talking. So yeah,
Let me
you
tell
need to get
hey,
no.
let me tell you. Hey, let me tell you something.
Not even an
Chris.
ex-con from Rikers.
Man, nigga,
Hey,
let me tell you
Chris.
this wild shit they be doing at my job, bro.
Hey Chris, let me tell you something. All of them janitors got the brooms and the mops and shit, doing all the sweeping and shit. All they gotta do, one twist, and that shit becomes a weapon. They all got bow staffs. They all got fucking surprises, fucking knives and shit coming out of them.
Okay, that's fair. That's
There you
fair.
go.
I mean,
Hey,
you ain't gonna have
imagine that
roof.
woman with the mopping gloves.
Listen. What? Listen. They all listen to that one song from the Wu-Tang Clan, "Protect Your Neck."
No, you thinking like housekeeping? How you doing? How you? It's like some shotgun.
You know what? I
Where
was
you at, Mr. Wick?
I was kind of waiting for that in the first movie when Adrian Paliki's character was shooting
Yeah.
shooting at. And I thought that was gonna happen, and it didn't. And I was like, oh, well, that would have been nice to see them like, oh, you violating shit? Let's go. And nothing.
Well, I would love to see that like the nurse did in on The Simpsons when she broke out that shotgun. I said no. Visiting hours.
No, it was like our residents are trying to nap.
I love that scene because when he first fired off, here's Jasper. Was that me? Was that you?
That's why all three of us could never survive in the John Wick world, because we probably would see like John getting shot at and be like, yo, I'm
gonna talk.
No, but at the same time, we on the Green Line train and we see John and fucking Cashian fucking fighting. It's like, oh, it's another day on the Green Line. All right, whatever. That's cool.
Which one of them motherfuckers got weed?
Exactly. Yo, I be telling you guys like, yeah, I saw this white guy stab a dude in the chest at Anacostia.
No.
Crazy.
Check this out. Actually, that's the part. That's the fun part about all that. Yeah, man, I was on the Green Line. I saw these niggas fighting. Where at by, man? Nah, man, it's right back with LaFont Plaza. Ass shut up. You ain't see that shit.
Like, nigga, you holding?
No, it's like, yeah, I'm
that,
telling you, man.
That also being said, nah, man, we was over. Nah, man, we was coming from we was going from Super Station over to Southern Avenue. Yeah, and these niggas started doing all this shit. Cap, damn,
bro, I got the picture to do.
No, hold on.
I got a picture.
Hey, Chris. Gotta keep it decent. Nah, nigga, you welling. You welling.
No,
like, bro, I got a picture of him, man. He got a knife in his chest the whole time. He just sitting there.
Now, here's the best part. Here's the best part, Chris. Like, I show me a video of that shit. Nah, man, my phone was dying. I couldn't record.
I couldn't, man. You know, I got a crack in my phone on the back, and it
like,
don't
the
even
camera
look
don't
like
work.
when I take a. I've heard one person say that, and his whole crew dogged him out. Niggas with fully smashed screens. I can still take a picture.
All of a sudden, they see
how the fuck you break that, nigga?
So they show him a picture of Cashian with the knife in there, just sitting there waiting for his next stop and stuff. And somebody's like,
sitting there, bro,
just sitting there. All of a sudden, they looking at it like, that's the Photoshop, nigga. Ain't even blood. Where's the blood at, man?
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Wait, what station that? Hold on. What station's that, man? I ain't never seen that station before. That ain't real. You lying.
Hold up. Pentagon City, and nobody was screaming bloody murder?
Nobody.
Nah,
That's when you look in the background. You see this like waterfront, nigga. Man, didn't the Nationals play today? They did play today. Bullshit, Cap. I told you, nigga.
Hey, Chris. Some say that to this day, Cassius is still sitting on that train,
contemplating life, like
just contemplating life.
One day I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start fighting back.
Hey, D, you know what he was saying as soon as John walked away. Someday I'm gonna get that filthy animal.
bro. Let me tell you something. I swear to God, in John Wick 4, I swear to you, in John Wick 4,
he's gonna come back.
If he's Cashian come back, and I want him to come back, and all of a sudden he still has that knife in him, and he's like, yeah, the doctors told me if they couldn't remove the knife, so I had to sit there and keep it in me as a reminder, and also I have to kill you again. and John stabs him in the same spot and embeds the fucking old knife even further.
Yeah.
No, Chris, and make it worse. John, after all the fighting, this would be like a good 4 minutes of fighting between Cash and John, right? And this is gonna make everybody in the audience laugh when it happens. John just reaches in and pulls it. He just removes the knife.
Bleeds out like,
After all that struggle, he just goes, done. It's like, enjoy your life. What's left of it. Speaking of which, That line that line that Santino tells John when he says enjoy your retirement. No, not enjoy your retirement. It's actually the line that he told Winston when he said, huh, well, you know what? You enjoy the Continental while you still have it. Here's me foreshadowing because because that came into question with John Wick 3.
Mm-hmm.
When John and Sharon had to defend the damn Continental during that whole third act of John Wick 3.
I mean, yeah, yeah. So yeah, but just like I said, once this movie ended and we knew we were getting a third one, it upped the ante on. Okay, we know John is going to be everybody's going to come after him, but what is the plot? And just like I said, when we get to the third movie, it's like they just up the ante even more, and it's just like I said, I give them kudos to the fact that they took a movie series, and even though Hollywood was like, all right, we can get a film series out of it, I feel that they really took their time in like figuring out how can we write it that makes sense instead of just making it just cash grab shit. So
I mean, they really had no other choice. I mean, I say just continue the story and just up the ante, make everything bigger than the previous movie, but at the same time, don't make it bigger for the sake of making it bigger, like for the sake of because sequel, give reason for why things are going this way.
Yeah, I mean that's the reality of it and stuff. So yeah, that is it for John Wick 2. What is next on the agenda? I know we got
because unfortunate stuff happened to me and we kind of fucked up and went late to this. We're probably going to be doubling up. I have not made that decision yet, but I know for a fact the next thing we are going to do will be Poetic Justice. And unfortunately, it kind of does kick us in the nuts because I really, truly, actually, it's still going to be a Black History Month full of white movies. I like it, but unfortunately, Poetic Justice is going to fuck it up just a little bit. But we have to get that movie out of the way, and we will circle. And I'm just making a promise to a bunch of y'all. We are going to circle back eventually to Chain Reaction. Got away from us, but we're going to get it. But next one definitely is going to be Poetic Justice, and I cannot wait for us to talk about all of that fucking hair on Janet's head and Tupac being Tupac, and somehow Chicago is probably still walking.
So listen, consider Chain Reaction the payback podcast for you guys, because you know what? We owe you guys one.
Yeah. And also I can't wait for us to be serious about Poetic Justice, but have fun with it too at the same time, because there is like, it's kind of what it's funny. I've met two people that have never seen Poetic Justice. They've heard people talk about it, but never watched it. And I was like, yeah, it's a pretty simple classic movie and stuff. It is. But
it's kind of funny. The question is this, and this is a question I am going to bring up when we talk about the movie next week: is it still as good as everybody say it is? I feel that we say that with Love Jones, and people just say it just to say it. I don't think Love Jones actually aged well.
Love Jones Love Jones is still a fine movie, but it really illustrates how messy both characters were to each other.
At the same time, Love Jones is one of those. It's one of those romance movies, one of those black romance movies where none of the stereotypes exist.
Yeah, it's basically
exactly.
It's realistic. It's realistic in the way of people in real life are messy. A lot
if you were Gen X black in that time frame when it came out, it perfectly represented what y'all were doing at that time. Good example. Where y'all at with relationships and all the rest of it.
Good example, real quick. Bill Bellamy playing the ex-boyfriend. You know, the ex-boyfriend that always sits there and talks cash shit about, yeah, I hit it before you, man. It was so great. And that asshole.
It was so great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I've been around dudes that did that shit, and it's so fucking messy. I'm like, dude, what did you gain out of this? Other than
there was a lot of great, and not so much great filmmaking, but a lot of stories that came from these black movies in the 90s that actually did kind of push the limit, or it did give us some different light, and white people weren't used to it. And some black people got comfort in seeing, oh shit, so we all do that.
Yeah.
So that's what really makes it kind of interesting what happened in the 90s. That's why a lot of people have this dumb, and I say it's dumb at this point, sticking point of we don't make movies like we used to make in the 90s.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we still do.
It's just on other channels like Bounce
It's
TV.
like on several different channels. It's Tubi. Do you know Tubi? Tubi has like the blockade on ghetto ass movies. I did not know that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
look,
does.
that's
Like,
why
yo,
again,
Tubi is worse than Pluto. Pluto, like, nigga, we get regular we get the older movies, but I'm sorry, y'all got Mama, Where's the Weed at? That's a movie?
but it goes back to with John Wick and stuff. It's like we see some of these black actors and actresses in these movies, and that's why it's like a lot of us. It's like, okay, so we've reached a point where black people were getting opportunities to make movies and be in movies. Now let's start widening in the genres. Let's get some black action movies because we just saw The Harder They Fall. I like that movie. Has its issues, but goddamn it, I still like it. It's great.
We have a lot of what I've noticed, despite these slave movies that do kind of follow the same trope of let's just kill the white people. Even with that, there's a lot of passionate writing. There's a lot of depth that are coming out of these black writers. They're like, yeah, you probably didn't like the movie, but trust me, there's at least half of that black audience that went that just clutched their chest, you know what I mean? So there is all, like I said, we got these great movies still being made. We still got gems that are being made right now. It's just that, everything's switched up. And Poetic Justice is probably going to be a lot like when we did Juice, where it's going to be a lot of laughter, just a lot of Jesus 90s, like a lot of that, like that film with that. Like, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that's the next one. And
yeah, cool. So we will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Boba Yaga.